Okay, you can hear 100% infield. Huge thing here. This is also on island. Okay, you can hear 100% infield. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like it? I think we are live. Hi everybody. How's everyone? How's the video, the sound? I don't know what happened at the beginning when I put the video, but I think it's just my super high speed internet. That might be the reason. Corcon, how are you? Zombie, Doom Kruwick, Tai 3D, Matt German, Edge of 3D, 7-1 odds. It takes Nick 93 minutes to get focus. Really? Okay, let me beat my score. Let me beat my score like right now. Let's do this, then this, and then straight into. Okay, first review. Amazon customers, 2-star review. Very brittle for Polytera PLA, which is interesting because Polytera PLA has a very specific formula that make it very soft, very ductile. So being very brittle might be the beginning that we talked about, or it might be moisture, I'm not too sure. So what this Amazon customer is saying is the first print I had came out perfectly. Every print after just fell apart. So what he's saying brittle is not the actual filament. I think he mean brittle, the print itself, which a lot of people under extrude Polytera, which when you under extrude the prints, that might make it very brittle. So that could be the reason. So I think it's not the filament problem. I think it might be either the printing setting. I mean, it could still be the filament that makes it not print well, but I think it's the printing quality that was not good enough that makes it very brittle. So the roll also snapped midway through a 12-hour sprint. Okay, so in that case, that's the filament that had an issue. But again, I'm very surprised that Polytera itself would be brittle, but I guess that can happen. I also have an unopened white roll I'm going to try. So yeah, let's see if it was like a bad roll for the Army Red for Polytera PLA, or maybe or if it happened again with the Polytera White, that might be some other external factor. So that was the first review for Amazon customers. Okay, what do you think about that, Edge of 3D? Huh? That was the fastest way I've got focus on the actual title of the video. 93 minutes for me to join. Oh, sorry, I forgot to send you the. Here's the link, Zombie, if you want to join. I already started. I'm straight into that now. No more tangent, no more anything. But except my internet, can you guys hear me well? Like the whole, like all the thing around it is super slow, but for some reason the stream seems okay. So I hope you guys can hear me well. Darv Galum, how are you? The sound is a bit low. The sound of the music or my sound? Music or my sound? If it's the music, I can increase the music a little bit. Hey Justin, how are you? Did you see? Yeah, I saw you on the. We have a new channel, Rocky Murph, 2023, on our Discord. Sophia, how are you? Printed Vision, TFL Richard. Good evening. This is my first time here. Welcome here, TFL Richard. Is that a Hoten that you have as your profile picture? No, what is that? It looks like a Hoten. Let me put it on screen. That's a Hoten, right? Yeah, I think it's a Hoten. Or I'm I'm too 3D printing biased. Sideline review, Collie72. It worked. Thank you, Edge of 3D, for making me focus straight at the first minute. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. Stone Monkey Research, how are you? I need some of this filament in my show. TFL, which filament? This one, the dual silk, or this beautiful lime, or the Galaxy there? Which one do you need? And what is your show? What do you do at TFL, Richard? Let me let's have a look. Let's have a look at TFL, Richard. What show do you have? TFL, Richard. Is that a name I forgot, or let's check? Let's check TFL, Richard. How do I check? TFL, Richard. TFL, Richard here. What? Presenters on the topic. There weren't very many educational videos and information, so I set out to learn by using my first printer to build. Nice. So I will follow you. I'm not sure if you are still streaming as of today, but great. Nice to meet you, TFL Richard. Collie Ofi, when are we in the UK going to get a good supplier? What's the name? 3D Philip Print is not a good supplier. I think that's one of our largest reseller in the UK. Edge of 3D, I thought maybe tonight we would bring Justin on the show to show off the Polymaker Top Fuel dragster. The Top Fuel, is that the one you posted on Discord, Scott? The red one? I think it was the red one, right? 3DHP, how are you? Pezlis, Shodell 3D, Darth Gallon, really no more tangent, no more tangent. We go straight into the topic. 3DHP, check my message on Discord. I just sent another message. People call on, let me see, blah, 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 I reverse the order. No, I think, what email did you receive, Jerry? There is 2 coupon code. You have to use the 2 coupon code. I don't understand. You received 2 emails. The first email has the first code, and then there is a follow-up email for the free shipping. Yeah, check your email. Check the 2 emails you received, 3DHP, Jerry. TFL 5x5, Mr. Rick, Pete Savas. Oh, my voice is too low. Is that only for core count? Because I'm screaming in my microphone right now. I'm screaming in my microphone. So let me know if that's only for core count or we're good with my voice and small background music. Jerry looks and sounds great. Okay, so that should be good, right? I turned up my volume. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. More company giving away stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Great. And also Justin and Scott, Edge of 3D. I'm still waiting on the list of races they're gonna have, because we have to discuss the prices, and I cannot give the prices if we don't know what's gonna happen, right? Like for example, at Earth we had 3 races. 3.5, and then with Sam we made the price for all of the different races. Depending on the races, depending on the race, the price was more or less high. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have figured out which races you're going to do, but yeah, whenever we have that, let me know, and then we can choose the prices. Kenrog 87, there's music. Yeah, there should be music in the background. Like if I don't say anything, you theoretically should hear some music. If not, let me know. I can increase a little bit. I forgot to message you, Justin. It is a hot end. Okay, can you message me on Discord? Blah, blah, blah. Richard is from the first. Oh, the first layer. Oh, on YouTube. Oh, I think, yeah, the first. If you say the first layer, I think it rings me a bell. The first layer. I know the next layer. I think there's the next layer also. No, the first layer, the next layer. Is there the hot layer as well? The first layer. The first, yeah, this one. Oh, it is a hot end. It is a hot end. Oh no, I don't even follow. I'm not even subscribed. So what is this channel? The first layer, your foundation to a great 3D print. Oh, also, okay, so there's some live stream on YouTube. Oh, the first live. You had your first live 2 weeks ago. Nice. So what do you do? The Loosebot 3D printer breaking new ground. Is it worth upgrading Simplify 3D version 5? Great question. Let's build a robot part 2. 2022 channel intro. Okay, so let's check what's going to happen in 2023 on the next on the first layer channel. Can you hear, or do I need to do the trick again? Can you hear what he's saying, or I need to do the special? Yeah, that's not very convenient, but I need to do the special sharing. So I need to stop the screen, and I need to lower down that window. Then I need to bring that window here. So troublesome. I wish they changed that. And then I need to share the Chrome tab. And then if I share the Chrome tab, then you can see it again. And then I have to bring it back to my first screen, and not this one. And then theoretically, now you should be able to hear the sound of the video of the first layer. So let's get an introduction of what's going to happen in 2023 on the first layer channel.
Are you having issues with your 3D printer?
Yes.
Maybe you're having trouble with that new film. Hi, my name is Richard, and this is the first layer.
Richard, nice to meet you, Richard.
A channel that teaches you how to overcome the challenges associated with 3D printing. When I got started in this amazing hobby, there wasn't anyone showing you how to troubleshoot the problems we all run into. This was a great source of frustration. So 7 years ago, I set out to overcome these challenges. And for the past 5 years, I've been helping people just like you get better and more consistent results from 3D printing. On this channel, you'll find how-to videos, reviews of products and materials, as well as projects that will increase your skill set. And from time to time, I'll interview designers and hobbyists from around the world.
Nice.
As a bonus, every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I live stream Ask for Help. This gives you a chance to have your questions about 3D printing, hardware, software, and materials answered live. So do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel, and it'll be like having a personal 3D printing coach right in your back pocket. I hope to see you there, and remember that the first layer is your foundation to a great print.
And that's true. If your first layer is not good, then nothing is good. Oh, that's very nice. Let me share that that video here. I just shared a video in the chat. So if you guys are interested, I didn't know that channel before. For some reason, I subscribe to all the 3D printing channel that I come across, and for some reason I didn't. Oh, Loyal and Dwight was there. Okay, nice. So yeah, welcoming the first layer. And also, if you need, I love this type of channel where it's like educational channel. So if you need anything, any support for your content, let me know. I would love to support this type of educational content. I think that's a great way to inspire people in 3D printing, help people, inspire new people, and grow our community. Edge of 3D, have you ever going to give that sword to the kid that one? You see, I keep it. I mean, I broke it, so I might need to print another one. I broke it, but I will bring it. I keep it. I will bring it back to the next Earth, and hopefully 1 year after, that kid is going to come and pick up the sword. I'd love to try Polymaker, but never win. Collie05, there is other ways to try Polymaker. If you don't win, you can also go on the website and get the spool. Winning is one way, but there's many ways of trying Polymaker products. Oh, my internet is breaking up, really? Or maybe at that time? Bad internet, robot voice, fail. Okay, I'm back now. So I'm back now of... okay, I'm a little bit late in the chat. So let me, I will just scroll through, and if I missed any question, you can, or if you just arrived to the chat, then you can put a message again, and then I will see it. Randall Burke, how are you? Buildersmart, DMAT, Yabba Jack, CMY Keith. Hey, fellow filament friends. So today, again, we're gonna review the review, and before that, I just wanted to check one video that I've seen on Discord that was talking about I think it was not the first layer, it was the next layer. Was it the next layer? Let me check. The first layer or the next layer, or was it the first layer? Let me check. It was in awesome content. Or the next layer. Okay, so we have the first layer in chat, and then we have the next layer on our Discord. You can see here we have the next layer on our Discord. So let me open that. So who has the last layer? We have the first layer in chat. We have the next layer here, and I guess we're gonna have we need the last layer. So you won't be able to hear what he's saying. So again, I have to stop, and then I have to do this. Sorry for that, but for some reason, when I share the entire screen, it doesn't share the sound with it. I have to share the actual Chrome tab. But if I share the Chrome tab and then I go around, then you cannot hear anything anymore. So I have to do this. Wait, but now I cannot see the what's happening. Maybe if I do this, I'll do this. No. Let me do this. I can't see my Chrome tab. How do I do that? Why can't I see my tab anymore? New tab. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay, so now you should be able to see and hear. So I was intrigued by the video because it was like I break up with Prusa or something like this. And do you remember the question we asked last time? Last time we asked the question, what would worst best the money, whether it's a Prusa or whether it's a Bamboo, like money, like everything considered. And we had some back and forth. I remember we had some back and forth with Zombie as well. And now we see this. What's the thumbnail again? We are breaking up with Prusa, so I'm interesting to see what he has to say. The short code for US is invalid. I've tried all day. I give up. There is, I don't understand what's wrong, Jerry. But this is USD 35 is not a code. Jerry, USD 35 is not a code. Did you received two emails? The first email you said I received it, and then I sent another email, and then you use that coupon. You need to use also the coupon on the first email. I don't. Yeah, you need to use the two coupon. Okay, so where's the video again? Okay, here. Okay, let's watch that video.
Prusa research. We need to talk.
Can you confirm you can hear the video? You can hear, because it's gonna be based on it's gonna be a lot of talk, so you have to okay, you can hear. Okay, great. Yeah, we need the top layer, the final layer. We need all the different layers. FDAF patch. Let me start a channel. The top layer. Help support us get a palette extruder for science. Bob, I think you would be so happy visiting our factory. I think you would love the factory. So anyway, let's.
I've said some pretty harsh. We need to talk. I've said some pretty harsh things about you recently, and I feel like, given everything we've been through together, you deserve an honest explanation of what I think.
By the way, we just saw the Excel. What's the update on the Prusa Excel? Is that available yet? I haven't followed the Prusa Excel stories. I know it was announced, and then I think pre-order. You could pre-order, I think, and so it's fully out there now. I mean, it's a product. The Prusa Excel, is that a product? Oh, coming soon. Okay, so it's okay, got it. Does anyone tried it? Like, is there any pre-review? Like some of the influencers, they receive like pre-production product, this type of thing. Is there anything out there about the Excel? I mean, except the shows where Prusa comes with their Excel, but is there any actual third-party people that receive that and we can watch? Like the Bamboo, so out of my reach, I stopped looking. Okay. Oh, is that really like the Bamboo? But I think it's more expensive, no? The Excel is not 2,000 or 3,000, and the Bamboo is 1,000, 1,500, right? The 2 filament color I want out of stock. Which one, Mr. Rick? Only beta tester they can share. Oh, they cannot share. Okay, that's the reason. Oh, sorry about internet. Bye, internet. That's why. Oh, very bad internet. Very, very bad internet. What can I do? Open this, start a very high quality video, and then hope start this in Super HD. And then is it coming back? Yeah, I know, robot. I'm just starting a very 4K video on YouTube, and you see, for some reason, I still don't know why, but whenever I start a 4K video on YouTube, then my internet is coming back. It's like I don't know. It's like the live stream doesn't ask too much from the internet, and so it gives a little bit, and sometimes it's not enough. And then if I start a 4K video on YouTube, then it asks a lot of internet, so you have a lot of internet that comes, and somehow now it's enough for the stream. I have no idea how it works, but every time I have the internet problem, I start a 4K video and it comes back. So for the people that knows about how the internet works, then you can let me know your hypothesis. Beta testers are on the NDAs, no prototype or third-party reviews yet. Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to the reviews. You leveled off? No, it's all good. Okay, good. I guess absence of net neutrality. Why not download the YouTube video and then play on your computer? No, that's not a problem, Tactile 3D. The problem is not the video. I mean, I can download the video very well, but it's the live stream. The live stream.
A lot of people in the community alongside me are feeling right now. Look, I know the troubles you're facing. Supply chains aren't easy. COVID was a total mess. You've been expanding like crazy into the industrial sector, major manufacturers, education, software, community, filament, acquiring companies.
What company did they acquire?
Community, filament, acquire.
Trilab? I don't think I heard about that. Is that a Delta? They acquire a Delta printer? Trilab? Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Hiring companies lots of companies.
Yeah, Printed Solid I was aware, but I was not aware about the TriLab. Technically, this is reviewing the reviewers.
And all that is well and good.
No coupon 3D and bot. Jerry has issue with the coupon of the giveaway, not the coupon that I gave today.
But here's the thing. As someone who was once a massive fan of you guys, taking a 4-hour train ride just to get my hands on a Prusa MK3S Plus, I'm upset and disappointed. Don't get me wrong, you make a great product and people love it, mostly. And your ethics from
What?
and people love it.
How can the Prusa i3 have 2.5 out of 5 reviews, 2.5 star? That was one of the best printer. Really, that was one of the best printer, right? Or is that original Prusa i3 MMU2? Oh, sorry, the MMU, right? But that, yeah, I think.
Don't get me wrong, you make a great product and people love it, mostly.
Yeah, I think it's a bit. So he's talking about. I think he's talking about the Prusa i3. He's a great product, and he is showing.
You make a great product, and
two shots of the Prusa i3, and
people
then he
love
showed
it.
a review of, I think it's the MMU kit. I don't think it's the Prusa itself, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, the MMU was not the best MMU on the market. I mean, it was before Bamboo. It was very hard to find a very reliable MMU anyway. But I think this review is on the MMU, not the Prusa i3. I think the Prusa i3, a lot of people found it as a really, really amazing printer. If I'm not mistaken, right? We're MMU2S, blah, blah. Yeah, it's not even in English. I think it is. I think it is talking about the MMU, not the Prusa i3. Don't think the Prusa i3 has less than 3 stars. That, in my judgment, that's not even possible. Yeah, that's the MMU. That's the MMU.
Mostly. And your ethics from open source hardware to supporting the community with things like printables design competitions, well, they're awesome. You guys do so much to support this community, and I, for one, really appreciate it. Heck, the consumer 3D printing market as we know it wouldn't exist without you guys. But loyalty and brand reputation can only take you so far. And let's be honest, it's been a long time since you truly innovated.
And that's what we talked about last time, right? A lot of people talked about the Ponymaker community and the fact that we have been growing well in the last 1 year and a half, growing the Ponymaker community and then brand loyalty, etc. And what I was saying during that stream discussion is that the core of all of that is the product. It's still the product and will always be the product. You can have the best community in the world, the most loyal people. If your product is not good or at least above market average, then it's very, very hard to keep that. So the community, the support, customer service, different type of services around the product is like an added value to the product or to the company, right? So yeah, it's very important. So that's why we always put product as a priority in the company when it comes to resources. We may be late on giveaways. We may be not investing that much on marketing, or we may be not have the fastest shipping ever or something like this. But at least, that's what we believe, we put the resources to make great products. And then we try to have the add-ons that goes with the product, great supply chain, good distribution, good marketing, accurate picture, good customer experience, enough information on the website, enough information on the spools, blah, 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 blah. So, and then we build. And very recently, we started building the community that goes around the product. But again, at the core of all of that is the product. And I think that's what he's talking about here.
At least with
which I 100% agree. I mean, not what he's going to say about Prusa not innovating, but I agree that product is always the core of the success.
Your most popular without you guys. But loyalty and brand reputation can only take you so far. And let's be honest, it's been a long time since you truly innovated, at least with your most popular core products. Sure, we the consumers are willing to put up with a lot because of your awesome customer support, your quality, your dependability, and all of that. But at some point, it was bound to happen. A printer or a series of printers come out that are, look, there's no nice way to say it, better. And not just a little bit better, but a lot better, faster, prettier, more reliable, even cheaper. What's more, others are able to make exact.
What are your thoughts so far about what he showed? So when he was talking about being better, he showed some Creality printers, the Sovol printers, where he showed,
reliable, even cheaper. What's more,
yeah, he showed some other printers. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, I think it's important to keep in consideration the cost to quality, cost to value ratio, right? Like, for example, the Ender 3, would you consider, like, here's a question: would you consider the Ender 3 is higher, it's better in terms of cost to, like, price to quality ratio, or like price to everything ratio, like quality, reliability, blah 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 ratio? So like $200, $200, and then the Prusa is, I don't know how much is the Prusa i3. I don't know, let's say 500 or something like this, 600. So yeah, would you agree with that? Like, you can get 2 or 3 Ender 3 for one Prusa, but is that really worth it? Or the output you get from a high quality Prusa compared to even 2 or 3 Ender 3 is still more on the Prusa, or like this. And then he was showing the Sovol, and then he was showing the Bamboo, which is the discussion today, right? But the Ender 3 S1 is good for the price and quality. Yeah, that's the one I have, actually. I have the S1. It's working pretty well. It's a high value for the price. Yeah. 3DHP, sometime let's drop into a private StreamYard chat offline to show you my issue. Yeah, Jerry, first you have to find the 2 coupon, right? Like, can you confirm that you have the 2 coupon from the first email and from the second email? And you can screenshot the email and send it to me on Discord. Screenshot the 2 emails you received, just to make sure that you receive the right email. It's a high value for the X1 Carbon is awesome so far. Yeah, both support. Yeah, it is an interesting starter. You have to invest time and money to make it. Seeing Loyal has some good print from Ender Machine. Yeah, I mean, I also use an Ender and it's working well. But I have never used a Prusa like in my life. I've never used a Prusa, so I have no ideas what is the experience, what is the feeling of using a Prusa. But I heard a lot about Prusa. I've never felt it myself, but I heard a lot of people saying, Prusa is a game changer, and then I feel so good when I use my Prusa, very high quality, blah blah blah. So I heard all of that, right? So that's why I'm asking, because I've mainly used FlashForge, Creality, a bunch of Delta printer, and I think that's the main one and of course Ultimaker and Ray3D and Loosebot. So let's say these 6 are the one I use the most, but I've never used any Prusa, so I have no idea. Mr. Rick, TFL, no Ender style will be able to compete with the quality of the Prusa. Okay. Mr. Rick, for the Ender 3, you can get it for 99 sales price and for $100 upgrade. Yeah, but not many people would do all of this upgrade, right? The Prusa, I think you buy it and then it's working directly, from what I've heard. How to decide the value? Yeah, so that was the follow-up of my question. Or it doesn't matter which one is better in terms of value to price. It's just 2 very different positioning. Like, one very expensive, or at least much more expensive than the Ender, like the Prusa, but it's for a market that do not want to tinker and change the printer, right? And then the Ender is more for another type of market. But I've seen a lot of schools, print farm using Enders as well, and I don't think they are too much into upgrading their printer. So that's why I'm thinking there is quite a big overlap between the two markets. Kingrung S1 Pro is amazing for the cost. Yeah. I'm not too happy with them right now. And this one, yes. Hey, Justin. I chose the Ender 3 S1 Pro over the Prusa because of price and get awesome and reasonably fast for a Bedslinger prints, and couldn't see a good reason to drop more money on the Prusa just for the name. Yeah, I mean, that's also the thing, is how do you value the brand, right? How do you value the things that are around the product? How do you value the fact that you have access to a community, the fact that you have access to good customer service, the fact that you are now part of something, right? So how do you value all of that? If you don't value that much, then maybe you are not going to pay that additional margin that they put on the product for that. And then you just want to go for a product that doesn't have that additional margin. I mean, that doesn't mean Creality doesn't have a community, right? They may not have built a community themselves and supporting that community. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too involved in the Creality community, but I do know that there is a huge community of Creality users, right? Whether they supported, whether they created it or not, there is that huge community. It depends on what you do with it. Since I send all my print, for the most part, the cheaper printers are fine. If I sold my print, I might consider spending more. Yeah. I have never used a Prusa. Yeah, same here. I don't know. I don't know what's the feeling. The problem with Prusa, they have the same mentality as Apple. We are the best. Our products are loved. We don't need to evolve quickly. They have a big fan base, just like Apple. Yeah, Numeric. Then maybe that's what the next layer, Jonathan, I think his name is. Maybe that's what Jonathan is saying. They may have relied too much on their community, maybe, or their position. I don't know. We'll see with the rest of the video. But so far, what he's saying is, you have great stuff, but unfortunately, you haven't evolved that much in the last few years. That at least 2 minutes in the video, that's what he's saying. I feel like the Prusa brand is the Apple of the printing community. To be honest, for me, the Apple of 3D printing is Ultimaker, or was Ultimaker. I don't know if anyone has taken over. I definitely wouldn't see. Prusa for me is more Google. If you want to compare to giant company, for me, Prusa is Google. Ultimaker is Apple. I think very, very different way of. I've worked at Ultimaker for 2 months, and for me, they are really the Apple of 3D printing. And Prusa, from what I see, I've not worked in Prusa, but from what I see, I would say it's more the Google of 3D printers. I have several Creality printers in my lab that they can't touch the quality of my Prusa. To go from tweaking a CR10 into a good running machine and then using a Prusa Mark III S Plus, which is reliable as a microwave, it's totally different experience. Okay. Yeah, so I guess during the Creality time, Prusa could survive because of their reliability, quality, out-of-the-box experience. So maybe that's the additional step here that they may have missed. Maybe now you have printers that are cost-effective and can come. Thank you for the red Digital Dragon. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a discussion, but welcome in. Raiders, welcome in. We are talking about Prusa. We're talking about Prusa. So we are watching a video from the next layer from Jonathan, and he's talking about his feeling about Prusa research as a company. And yeah, that's what we're doing now. So Digital Dragon, I hope you had a wonderful stream. Welcome in again, and yeah, if you guys have any question, let me know on what we're doing. But basically, that's what we're doing. We're watching that video. which most likely most of you has watched already, but I haven't watched it yet. I had never felt the need to babysit my Prusa. The CR10 would wait for you to leave the room to make you a plate of spaghetti. Yeah, reliability was a big thing. So maybe that's the step. Like they had out of all the printers at that time, they had the most reliable one, but you had to pay the price for it. Now you have some new printers that maybe are as reliable, but you don't have to pay the price anymore. So maybe that's the step that that they're missing. I'm not too sure. We can continue the video. Well, I'm so far in the chat again. Yeah, I will skip the chat. If I miss any question, just let me know. And Zombie is here. Let me welcome Zombie in the stream. Welcome in, Zombie. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good, very good. Can you hear me well? Because some people were saying that maybe my voice was not loud enough.
Yeah, you're fine. I think they just need to turn on your mic, but it's great. I got my hot chocolate, you know. I'm all good.
Oh yeah, I already got mine already before the stream. Great. Let me. So have you watched that video before or internet?
And now his internet goes. Hey Pete. Hey Numeric. How's it going? Hey Justin. I gotta message you, Justin, before I keep forgetting. I'd like to have you on my stream to talk about some of the Deathracer stuff. That'd be good.
Please come back. Zombie has stole all my internet.
Yep, I just taken it away. Redirected.
You see, I can watch 4K video fine, but for some reason
What if you just keep playing a video, like a long 4K video, like one of those 10 hours of like ocean stuff?
Oh, music, music stuff? Okay.
Even music, yeah, that could work.
4K video. Okay, let me play one in the background. Which is funny, right? Usually when you want more internet, you close. Okay, now I started a 4K live stream of ocean music. Let's see if that. Oh, you see, my internet is back. Okay. Yeah. I was asking, have you watched that video?
I did watch it. I paid 80% attention to it, so I might have missed a few things, but
okay.
I've been watching it since you were playing it, and hot chocolate. Yeah, I'll add my comments as we go along, but I think there's some stuff in there that's kind of overdone a little bit, but there's a lot of valid points for sure, so it's worth talking about.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's continue the video. And again, I skipped through the chat, so if there is some new members, new viewers, or questions, please post it again. Hey Luke, how are you? Major Gamer Geek. Paisley is drinking coffee before going to sleep. That's not a very good idea, I think, Liz. Okay, let's continue.
Come out that are, look, there's no nice way to say it, better. And not just a little bit better, but a lot better. Faster, prettier, more reliable, even cheaper. What's more, others are able to make exact replicas of your product with more polished form factors for a third of the price. Now, all that is bound to...
Okay, so who has that Sovol printer? Because I've heard quite a lot about that Sovol. Is that really a Prusa i3 but better and more polished and something like what he said?
It uses the Prusa, the motion system, so it uses linear rods. That's the main thing about it.
Okay, so is the Sovol a cost-effective Prusa i3? Like the
that's
way
what a lot of people have. That's what they've said, but there's something very, very important about a product like this versus Prusa, and that's the company and then product support behind it. So product to product, this is essentially and will function very similar to a Prusa.
Okay.
But when something goes wrong, like the extruder or something inside of there, it's mostly on the customer to fix it.
Okay. So that's what we talked about before, right? Do you put value on what's around the product, basically? And so he was talking about a third of the price. Price, is that correct? How much is a Prusa i3? Let me check.
Yeah, you'll have to check, but that sounds about right. I mean, these things were under, I think it was under $300 when they launched.
Okay, so
They're giving
let's
them away
check. So, oh, it's 1,100. Really?
for the assembled. Yeah,
Original Prusa i3 Mark III S Plus, 1,100. Oh, I didn't know.
Yep.
And the kit is, yeah, but it's not, the shovel is not a kit, right? Okay. Oh, I didn't know.
No.
And how much is the shovel? Shovel. What's
It's like
the name of
260,
it?
under 300. So you can get about 3 to
Oh,
4 of these
200
depending on the
only.
price. Yeah.
200 for, oh, that's crazy. That's like a fourth of the price. I mean, will you really put value on, like, will you put what, 800 $750 for customer service, community, etc.? I mean, that's what you
Well,
do with Apple, right? But would you do that with that printer?
we're in a race for the cheapest possible products, and I don't always agree with that. You know, making the cheapest possible thing just to have the cheapest product.
Yeah.
So in this case, I haven't tested one of these, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. But um, I always value learning stuff myself, like how to fix my house and how to do stuff without hiring people. So this printer for me has a better basis because I'm gonna fix it if something goes wrong. But having a printer that has known working reliability for X amount of years, like 4+ years for the Prusa, that's a great track record, and maybe you want that reliability. I'd love a reliable printer, like just a printer that I can print to. I don't have one of those because I've modded mine. I've had to fix them. None of them are stock.
Yeah. I mean, I would have understood if, I mean, I'm just surprised by the price difference. I mean, we're talking about like a $700 price difference for what apparently is a similar quality, even though we're not very sure about durability. One is more credible than the other, that's for sure. But 700 is a lot to pay for credibility. And I could understand that a lot of people would not do that. I could understand. I disagree with cost reduction and more competition is created. Yeah, I mean the price war itself is overall good for customers. Overall, not all the time, but you have, it always go up and down. You have a time where they just go straight to the bottom, and then they try to find the limit of what the market will accept, and then they go back up a little bit, and then they go down, and then they go back up, and then they go down. So 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we almost reached the bottom. I mean, I don't know if you have seen all of this Kickstarter about $49 the printer.
Yeah.
This type of,
like
so we reached
impossible printers that they can't work for that price. Like, and even the $100 Micro Center Ender 3, like that's not. I doubt that is making any money. If anything, it's complete bare neutral. But it's more of a marketing thing.
Yeah, I agree. Nervous Pajamas. I think one of the things that gave Prusa momentum was that he was the answer to Brepetis. I don't know what's Brepetis and MakerBot. Okay, they were pirate engineers giving the RepRap community a reliable machine to models from where MakerBot literally boxed off their printer and went down the Ultimaker road. Prusa knows those machines top to bottom. Yeah. This, I agree with that. At least at that time. I think that's the wave they have taken, and that's the wave that brought them to where they are now. The problem is a wave is last a certain amount of time, right? And then you need to catch something else. I paid $1,000 for my Prusa for a proven track record, extreme QC, customer service, and their contribution to the industry and their company values. Yeah, Dave Robertson, that's exactly what we're talking about, is how much would you pay for credibility, customer service, and company values, contribution to industry? So how much would you pay for that? I just didn't know. I thought it was like around $200, $300, but it's like $700. So it was more than what I thought. But again, some people will still go for that. or maybe when you bought that Prusa, the server was not there yet.
Yeah.
Blah blah. Prusa is also super transparent. When they change prices, they make a video explaining why and in detail. Again, that's preference to some people, right? Some people, they really don't really care about what the company is doing, and some people care more. So it's like, what value do you put in what's written, like the Prusa that is written on your printer and all the thing that goes with it? Like, how much value you put on the stuff that are around the product instead of the product itself. Some people put 90% of their budget on the product, maybe 10% outside the product. Some people put 50-50, etc., etc. I mean, Apple for some time, not anymore, or at least not from what I believe, but before, it was almost more than half was going to the fact that you have an Apple logo on your phone, right? Now it's a bit different, but yeah. Major Gamer Gear, Prusa has some higher quality component, but also some dated component. I have gotten the value out of my Prusas. Destinocle, we are oh yeah, that word again. Bamboozled by
Bamboozled.
bamboozled by one end of the spectrum and running a race for the lowest price on the other end. Unless you are willing to maintain and upgrade your own printers, there's still nothing completely reliable without going high end. Yeah, I mean, it depends whether we consider the Bumbu as high end or not. Is that really a high end for like how much
It's
is
a
that?
high. In my perspective, it's a high end consumer product.
High end consumer product. Okay.
High end consumer. Anything over that
Would you-
$1,000 price point is generally. I mean, it's a major investment. So
Like, would
compared
you?
to what's on the market, that's pretty high end.
Yeah. Would you consider the Prusa i3 as of today? Like today, would you consider it as a high end product? Because it's $1,100, $1,100, right?
I would not compare them directly. I don't think I could, but I feel like it's a mid-performing printer, right? It's not in the low end, it's not in the high end, so it's kind of like right in that middle. But as
Okay.
a complete package, it's a completely different story. So it depends how you look at it.
Colio5, how long will the Bumbu last is the question. That's a great question. Bumbu is a new printer. It has performed well. Now the question is, how durable is that printer? I mean, we've never seen any printer printing that fast for very long, right? So we'll see. We'll see that.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
there are Borons that, they last for quite a while without any major maintenance. So the speeds are, I'm not too worrying, but it'll be interesting to see how like the rods and the bearings fare out, how the controller board, how that works, because that's a custom board. What if there's an issue with it that's only visible 300 hours in, etc. So time will tell for something like that.
Yes, I agree. I thought this video was just clickbait, but the comment on the video all seem to agree with him. So maybe I'm just brainwashed. I mean, that's what we're doing today, right? We're trying to review and give hopefully a more objective views on that. But again, I've never used a Prusa. I don't think Zombie has a Prusa. Do you have a Prusa, Zombie?
I do
No.
not, because I am not in the market for a Prusa at the moment. I'm like a hobbyist, and while yes, it is great for hobbyists to have Prusas, as of right now, there are more affordable options that work identical out of the box. Not identical, but similar, at least, in performance.
Pezis, the customer service from Prusa is worth it. Amazing. They don't replace your machine, they replace parts. So much waste from some of the other company. I have one printer and one for parts. It's a bit baffling, okay. Prusa spawned new companies like Anet, Creality, OneHow. Sorry, TF, I don't know what spawned means.
Spawn created. So the fact that Prusa existed, other companies were able to come to the market.
Okay,
and that's what the next layer was talking about, how they're kind of like the founder, they're the base, and then everyone kind of grew off of them.
Yeah, good point. Good point. The first layer, Richard, good point. Okay, I'm skipping the rest. If there is any other question, let me know. You can post it again. What is the ideal chamber temperature for ABS? The ideal is around 10 degree below TG, so 90
Really?
degree. Like ideal meaning you can print whatever you want, right? You can print a 1 meter by 1 meter cube in that chamber. But yeah, it depends on what you mean by ideal. I brought my Prusas because all of the favorable comments I keep hearing about Prusa, those comments are starting to change to other printers now. Yeah, and that's Michael. That's the goal of a community, right? The goal of a community is that you're kind of how to say, spreading good words about your brand to convince purchase decision from other people, right? But the problem is there is a delay between what people say and what the company is doing. There's always a delay. So you may receive some comments from the community that was true like 1 year or 2 years ago, right? But then when you go to the root of the company, then they may have been a bit late from other stuff or something like this. Like for example, for us, we have a community that talk about our Polymaker products, right? But what if you receive we are good filament, but in between that time, in between the spreading time, you have some other company that release better filament, then you will always receive a bit of an outdated information. I don't know how to say, but community, that's the goal of community, is to protect a little bit, to leave us time to do some changes, or it's like a protection shield. No, not a protection shield, but yeah, hopefully
Sort of
you get what I mean.
a buffer between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like the community will allow you to, if you make mistake or if you are a bit late, they will give you they will hold you for a certain amount of time, but that's not unlimited, right? You cannot rely on your community for too long, then it's going to crash. But at least it gives you a little bit of time, like community is going, okay, we understand, blah blah blah, but please react quickly, do something. So that's what the community is great also about. So Prusa was that. Prusa for a couple of years, or at least from what I understand from the video, where okay, Prusa, you make a machine, but there is some cheaper one outside, but we'll still stay with you. We understand, blah blah blah. But that was last too long. Now you have you have an extra generation of printer, so they skip one, and the community is like, do we still wait, or do we still support, or now because
All right. Nick's the internet's out. Tactile 3D Picture says, hello everyone. Please check out my Lithophanes group in the Polymaker Discord. Yes, if you haven't seen the Lithophanes yet, they are very cool, and I suggest you try printing one. Get some white Polymaker PLA Pro and attempt one. Just go slow, and all the instructions are on there. They make good gifts.
Yeah, I think my internet is
There you go.
is
I'm like the ad break when there's like
exactly. Yeah, my live was not live anymore on the 4K video. Now it's live. Okay, so let's continue then.
And make sure to share your screen. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Preemptive.
Are able to make exact replicas of your product with more polished form factors for a third of the price. Now, all that is bound to hurt, especially for those of us who are devoted to you and your brand and have sung your praises and stuck by your side for so many years. And in retrospect, that pain can even lead to anger. Because although we've been begging you to update your products for years, you've not only known this, but worse, you've literally laughed at our requests.
Really? Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to TZT60 this year, but my amazing Prusa team will be there. I'm going to the Expo Dubai to announce something pretty amazing. Stay tuned. And it's not MK4 XL. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Turning them into an annual April Fool's joke year after year, instead of taking us seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's not a very good joke, right? If the community asks for something and then you make a joke that you release it on April and actually it's not true. I don't know if it's a good joke. I didn't know about that joke, the
I didn't
MK4.
Annual April Fool's joke year after year instead of taking us seriously. Instead of giving us what we wanted, you decided to go on an acquisition spree, buying companies that we don't care about, from Delta printers to SLS printers, and chase.
And we talked about that last time, right? We talked about how impressed I was with Prusa to have a company being able to be in so many markets at the same time, right? FDM, SLA, 3D printing libraries, what else? Slicer software, print farm softwares, print farm hardware. I mean, these guys are everywhere, and that was the part I was amazed about, because not only they were everywhere, but they were doing great in all of these, right? I mean, Printables is a great platform, Delay Printer. I haven't heard too much about their print farm investment, but each of the part that at least I've heard about was good. So they were everywhere, and they were good everywhere. Now the question is, can you be, the best in all of these, for a long period of time? I guess that's the question he's trying to answer.
Seeing other markets that we also don't care about. And all the while, you expect us to wait 5 weeks for most of your products? Are you serious? And
So
what
one
about
comment on this.
innovation?
He says that we don't care about. I think that's one of the points I wanted to make, is that I feel like that's very generalized. Like he's speaking for the whole 3D printing community, and whilst a lot of people don't care about that stuff, I don't think that's a good blanket statement to just put over everything, because there are uses for all products. We can't just ignore them. And one of the big questions. Okay, go ahead.
No, I agree, especially with the print farm. They invested a lot in print farm. I would understand that most consumers may not really care, like he said. But I think from an industry perspective, bringing 3D printing to be a manufacturing tools, that's the perfect direction. I mean, you have all of these print farm company popping up, right? And we need the technology to follow up. So yeah, I do agree that maybe the generalization on that.
His internet's cutting out a bit, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so what is the target market for for these Prusa printers? What is the community? Is it businesses? Is it print farms? Like, who's actually buying these printers and who's using them? Is it the majority, these giant print farms that do rely on the reliability and long time to failure, historic time to failure of the Prusas? Or are they talking about just like me, like the entry level person into the community?
This may be buying patents to combine into a different product we don't know about yet. Yeah, that could be a lot of things. I mean, it's hard to judge a company strategy when you're not really into the company. You can judge it from a consumer point of view, whether the company is doing something for you or not. But the company overall strategy, like acquisition, is a big move, and it means a lot of things for the company, right? Much more than just whether they are going to answer your need or not. But okay, so let's continue.
For most of your products? Are you serious? And what about innovation? When you do attempt to innovate, like with the Prusa XL, you get mired in endless delays, put off updating us or answering our legitimate questions for months on end about things like speed and performance, and further eroding our confidence that we've backed the right horse.
And that's, I mean, from a company point of view, this is very, very hard, because that's the worst thing that can happen. You can think about, I mean, I won't name some project for some company, but there were some company that announced things, and you can think about why do what do companies announce products so early instead of just waiting. For example, that could be a fair question to ask, right? Well, we have to think about how company runs, right? Investors, you have to, like Tesla is doing, for example, why they always announce things quick and very early, because they need market investment. They need the market to believe in them, right? So if they wait too long, then maybe they are losing. Maybe they will lose to some other companies' investment, etc., etc. So you have to appear like the best, and then or not the best, but you have to appear as an innovative company. Let's say they would have waited the last 2 years, they wouldn't have announced that. Then the pictures of Prusa would be very, very different. Right now, we think that the Prusa XL, you see, I thought so, that was already a product, etc. So I see, okay, they have evolved, etc. So that's the goal, right? But now, what are the worst things that can happen? Is when you announce something early, and in between, you have something much better that has been released. Then what should you do? And that's the biggest decision that you need to make. Do you still go ahead with your plan? But it's going to be very strange, because you're going to release your big product of the last 2 years, and it's actually below the market average of that time of the release. Or you have to delay even more so that you can catch up with what happened in between. And of course, the issue is that market is going to see you as hey, you announced something 5 years ago, and that's now that you release it. Now, all of these things has to be taken into consideration, right? Or at least I'm not trying to defend Prusa. I'm just trying to explain what's happening within the company, right? It's not like Prusa that's deciding to troll the market, right? Just to give some some understanding. Numeric, I believe the real question are, what attracts you most to 3D printer manufacturer? The printer itself, customer service, parts availability, technology? Are you interested in the community? Yeah, that's the question you need to ask yourself when you make a purchase decision, right? Nervous Pajama, if they are trying to cut into the psoriasis market, the reliability has to be there. Fast prototyping is a big industry as more materials become printable. Yeah. Simplify 3D. Yeah, that's a great example, Bob. Simplify 3D is a great example. Releasing announcing the V5, and unfortunately, in between, so many innovation happen in the slicer. They cannot release a V5 that doesn't have that minimum, so they have to delay. So yeah, that's a great example, Bob. Okay, let's continue.
To your credit, since I first wrote this letter, you did come out with an XL update. But in 7 whole minutes, you not only were unable to give clear shipping timetables, but you also didn't answer the #1 question on the mind of every pre-order customer. What performance can we expect? When will you integrate things that are quickly becoming standard, like input shaping, AI print detection failure, or pressure advance for faster, better quality? And of course, there's still no mention of when we can expect the Prusa i3 MK4.
Okay, so that's what we just said, right? Like pressure advance, AI recognition, and what was the other one? Input shaping. These are things that has been released in between, but maybe it was not considered in their printer. So you can see how you can right now. That's my opinion, but that's standard. You cannot release a printer that don't have that. So they have to either.
But
Sorry?
it has to be, you can, but it has to be at whatever value you put it at.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So at least in the target, they wanted to, the customer target for the XL seemed to be pretty similar to what the Bambu target. So they cannot be.
So? Do you think just price-wise or functionality-wise? Because in my mind, those are two very, very, very different machines with different mindsets.
Functionality-wise, it seems that both of them are meant to output reliable prints in faster than let's say standard printer, and the ability to print multicolors. Maybe there's multi-material on the XL, I don't know, but at least multicolor
Yeah, it's a tool
reliably.
changer. They're
So
they're pretty different in functionality, and the Prusa XL is like almost twice the size, like printable. That's something to keep in consideration. That's a huge printer. Like I think my printer's big. The XL is gonna be like massive.
yeah, so yeah, maybe we also need to learn more about the XL. Maybe the customer target is different, which can actually save them a little bit, to be honest. But if it's the same, it's going to be hard. Or if the overlap is too much, then it's
Well,
going to be
I
hard.
think a lot of people were interested in Prusa, the the reliable company making a printer that could be fast and reliable. Like
Mm,
that's what a lot of people were hoping for, because you can only push the MK3S so far. So having Core XY just gives you a much higher threshold of where it can go. So when
mm.
people saw the Bamboo, they're like, okay, this is all I wanted in a printer. I don't need the XL. So I feel like that's why a lot of people have shifted from one printer to another after seeing what they both can do. But I still
Mm.
think the XL will be a core, like the core main part of a lot of businesses because of the features it offers, and the Bamboo will never
So,
have that.
so the main thing is the size. Is that what you're saying?
You have the size, so a lot of people need more than 260 millimeters. I mean, that's the size of a little bit bigger than not Ender, but a Prusa. A lot of people need to print larger things, or
And the XL is
batch.
300, right? Or
It's 360.
360 by 360?
It's
Yeah.
huge. It's
Okay.
huge.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty big. Okay.
So batch prints, maybe print farming, and then the whole tool changer allows you to do multi-material. That's something the current Bamboo has. I don't know if they're working on a tool changer. And then much more efficient color swapping without the need to purge.
Yeah,
So
and I guess
yeah,
that's also a company decision, right? Which technology will be successful, right? Can we have tool changer and MMUs working together, and they have different market, different need, or are we going to see one technology taking over, right? And I don't know which one, but yeah. So that's the question also, and that's what company needs to decide when they design their product,
Mhm.
and that's a big decision. I'm shocked. I thought the XL came out over a year ago, but that tells how closely I follow Promisys product. Yeah, and that's the goal, Theodore. Bradley, that's the goal. The goal is to appear as we're continuing doing something, and unfortunately, sometimes, yeah, that's
Like
what
that
happens.
the Galaxy ABS, right? Like when's that coming out?
Yeah,
That was released a long
exactly.
time
Right.
ago. I gotta bring it up.
Fortunately, no specific company has released like a large Galaxy core. Otherwise, like, yeah, that's a great example. We announced Galaxy, what, like half a year ago, something like this, and it
Yeah.
will arrive maybe in 1 month, 1 month and a half,
And not only
right?
that, but people were planning on using that product in stuff that like right this second. So they
Yeah.
either had to delay or use different products.
So the announcement was, I mean, I will be fully transparent, right? We go into transparent mode for Ponymaker. The announcement was to show that Ponymaker was listening, right? Listening to community demand, and then we work on that, and then we do that. So we announce it. We announce, okay, guys, we heard you, and we want it to appear quick. Okay, we heard you, and here's what we are going to launch. And then that's why I have printed all the Voron stuff, this kind of thing, and then I show up this, blah, blah, blah. And then we had a bunch of problem, right? The delay, the Chinese New Year, blah, blah, blah. So that's a risk. I mean, that's risk management, right? The worst thing that can happen is in between, like before we launch next month, you have another company that launch an amazing Galaxy line of ASA and ABS. Then we will have to make a similar decision as Prusa. We'll have to either okay, then are we still going to launch that? I mean, it will appear like a small thing, or do we quickly increase the color range, or do we quickly change the glitter technology, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully nothing's gonna happen until next month, but yeah, that's an example. Dave Robertson, tool head changer equal different nozzle on the same print, different tools on the same print. Someone could create a laser etcher, inkjet head, even a chocolate extruder, and use them all together. Yeah. But I mean, my meaning is technology to print multicolor, and we can talk about multi-materials. But I think multi-materials, the first thing we need to talk about is what's the usefulness of multi-materials, like in which segment of the market multi-material would be useful. But like at least multicolor, which technology will be the future of multicolor? And we had a whole stream about that before, right? Whether it's MMU, whether it's tool changing, whether it's the palette way, the splicing way, whether it's the tool swapper from Kickstarter. So which technology is going to be the future of multicolor printing? And as the Bambu has released a pretty reliable MMU, then maybe they have kind of led the market towards that particular technology. And I hope other companies will not give up on other technology, because it's not because we finally have a reliable MMU that it means that it's the future, right? I mean, there is still, I don't know, there is still pros and cons on the different technology. 3D print bots, you guys created something for cosplay makers. In all the years I've been printing, no one else has done that. Yeah, we're trying to do that more and more, like understanding. I will give you the strategy. I will give you our strategy straight. We find a segment. We learn about that segment. We build a community in that segment. We use the community to learn about the product that would perform in that segment. We design that product, we launch the product, and we market it in that segment. And that has been the cycle we have went through in the last year and a half. I mean, it's very clear. I mean, that's why it's not a hidden strategy, because I think it's pretty clear. Whether it's the cosplay, whether it's the color range we have released, whether it's the Galaxy ABS, blah blah blah, whether it's the carbon fiber 612, whatever, it has been following the same thing. Hey Boyds, how are you? Do you
Hey,
know?
how's it going?
You know Boyds, right? Zombie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I already made my list when I will arrive to Houston to for my kitchen. They make some. There is some plate that internet. Zombie, ad break. Zombie, I need an ad break. My internet.
Buy Polymaker. Buy it all.
My internet is
0%
gone.
off. No discount. Use the promo code.
Okay, let me start that again.
I was gonna share. You may remember. This is what I made. This is a little. It was gonna be a cutting board, but it ended up being a trivet because it was a little too
you
thin
made that?
after.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you make
cool.
you make long sections of these, and then
Yeah.
you cut them and then glue them up with these pieces right here. It was a pain. It did
Oh,
not work out
cool.
well, so I had to keep planing and planing. But
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and that's the thing I like on Boyd's stream is like he is
yeah,
using
I love that stuff.
wood pattern and wood color to create like some design. Like he's not painting or something like this. He's using like the wood different colors. I had no idea there were so many wood colors, to be honest. Like there is even some
Yeah.
red wood, which I've never heard about. But,
Yeah, it's called
anyway,
hardwood.
welcome in Boyd's. I hope it's fine. I call you Boyd's, right? I don't know if it means anything in Boyd's. Boyd's for me means the algorithm that is used in movies when you have a lot of people. When you have a group of things and they follow each other like the birds. There is the Boyd's algorithm, like the Boyd stuff. But anyway, that's what Boyd's means for me. But anyway, let's continue our video.
You're happy to keep selling the MK3S Plus, but all the while, the world keeps turning. And every day, your products, some of which aren't even on the market yet, are becoming less and less competitive.
Yeah, that's what we just said, right? The product is not even on the market, and they are starting to be behind the market.
I'm just going to come out and say it. How did you let this happen? You had the support of millions, a 10-year head start, a staff of amazing, wonderful, smart people, massive facilities loaded with equipment. You were an integral part of the community with your ear to the ground. How did you let yourselves get so complacent? And of course, to add insult to injury, instead of acknowledging that your products are outdated and facing competition and maybe finding ways to lower your prices, you instead decide to increase them.
Lowering the quality is not an option for us, so we have to adjust our prices. Starting this Friday, the price of our Mark III's Plus and the Mini Plus will increase by $50 to $100, both keys and assembled version. The price increase in euro will be higher due to the changes in exchange rate.
Instead of giving us true improvements, you come out with flashy anniversary versions to celebrate the fact that you've been selling.
Well, that's one problem. One problem is, I see you, Richard. And like I said, if you need any support or anything for your educational video, please let me know. Let's talk on Discord email later. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
What was he? Forgot.
Launching custom products or.
Oh yeah. So the problem is, building a community and being active in the community, you have to do a lot of extra activities, right? Like custom product, like they did, or like our creator spools, or Christmas spools, etc. Like or T-shirt, merchandise, etc. The problem comes back to the core. You can do that as an extra, and it will look like an extra if the basics are done. But let's say we don't have good products, we are almost always out of stock, etc., and then we start releasing like a custom creator product and Christmas spool, etc. Then the taste of that is completely different, and sometimes it goes against us. So again, we go back to the basics. The fundamentals are very important, and all the rest is extra. And they will only be seen as extra if the core is good or is received as good from the community. And I think that's what he's highlighting. He believes Prusa didn't have the core product, like they were already late on the product, etc. But they continue doing all of these community activities. So the taste was a bit bitter for the community when you had all of these extra things, but the core was not there. I think that's how I understand what he's saying.
Selling essentially the same product for 10 years. Or devote engineering resources to silly projects to garner attention.
Yeah, you see, and then it goes against them now. Mm-hmm. Because all the extra thing they do, then it goes against them, because people will think, okay, you guys spend all your resources into all of that, then how about the actual printer?
Are you really that delusional? I mean, I guess you wouldn't do it if it didn't work. After all, your printers are selling well enough to be constantly back ordered, at least for the time being.
So,
but
question
now,
on that.
all of a sudden,
if a company is selling a product and it's selling fine, and internally, there's no major dips, or they can see themselves growing steadily, is there a need to release new products? Why do you have to keep releasing products on products on products if there's no need? Sure, they could release a product that is faster and stuff, but do they need to if their core audience, if their core customer base doesn't request it?
So for me, I think it's all about how good you know your market. We can think about, we all learn the Kodak economical case study, right? So what happened there? Everything was fine. No need to release anything. Everyone used us. We are the first on the market. And in less than 1 year, everything changed. So it's not always about what's happening now, but it's about you constantly needs to prepare what's coming. If they think what's coming is it's not a threat, we don't need to do anything, then that's fine. If they think what's coming is going to be dangerous, then they have to prepare. So what maybe had happened at Prusa is everything is fine. We are the first on the market, etc., etc. But suddenly, I mean, the bamboo stuff was sudden, like sudden. I mean, we're almost talking about 1 month to the other month, and then completely everything changed. But how could have they predicted that, right? So maybe they are, and you cannot react to that type of market change in a year or 2 years. I mean, you need some time to react to that type of market change. So I think maybe they didn't find the need of doing any particular changes. Maybe they thought their Mark III S Plus, it was Mark III, then Mark III S, and now it's the Mark III S Plus, right? So maybe they thought this would last a bit longer. Maybe they thought it would last at least until 2024 or 2025, and maybe they already have something in the work for 2025, and maybe that's the XL, and maybe they didn't know that the XL at that time would be already outdated. So it's a lot of things. I do think you should not change something that is working, but unfortunately you should also make sure that you have a good understanding and prediction of what the markets how the market's going to move, which is very hard, right? We all know how stock market works, and we all know how the market always reacts in a very strange way, right? So Hackmonkey, he even mentioned Prusa is doing lots of other stuff than just the Mark III. The industrial surf has to have a huge math gain on it compared to the Mark III. Yeah, Hackmonkey, that's a good point. He's only talking about the FDM industry, right? I don't know how their SLA is doing. Maybe they have done a lot of innovation there. The print farm software and integration they have, the 3D printing libraries on printables, etc. So there is much more than that. So they may also do risk management and ROI management, right? Maybe we don't need to put that much resources on printers. We just leave the market doing its big changes, and we just sit back and relax and just see. And we have a little bit of a base with our Prusa i3, and then we keep investing in some others. And then once they think the market reach something a bit more stable, less dynamic, and then they re-put energy into that FDM. Maybe it's how they see as well, right? We don't know. I do still think that they also have filament. Sorry, I forgot. Printer libraries, print farm, FDM, SLA, and filament. And that's not easy, right? I mean, we are only making filament and we're struggling, right? And filament is only a fifth of their, all their different businesses. Prusa is still ahead of the curve, in my opinion. A commercial tool changer is a big leap in the market. I don't know. And that's what I was saying. It's up to each companies to judge how, what's the market need and what technology answer the best that market. Boyds, do you think they could keep things out of stock on purpose to create to create inflated demand? Seems unlikely, but not sure. It could. I tried that with filaments, but it doesn't work very well. I tried to have the website that says we are very, very limited in stock every time, blah blah blah, but actually have the opposite effect. People
just go to another product.
Yeah, they go to other product. They feel like it's not a reliable thing. So I completely stopped that, and I shared our real stock because I do think we have pretty good stock management for the size of the portfolio. So I just shared everything, and that has been working better. So I think Prusa. I don't think so. I think Prusa would work better if they keep things in stock and people could receive their printer like 1 week after they buy it, instead of apparently more than a month waiting. So yeah, that would be my answer. Okay, let's continue.
Sudden, when someone comes out with a truly innovative product, you decide to suddenly wake up. You put together a hasty survey on. You decide.
So what did he did for waking up? He has a chance to shape next generation of our 3D printers and get 50 Prusa meters in the process. Thank you everyone for voting our trusty MK3, the printer of the year, for the 4th time, but we need to make something special for the next year. Okay.
Decide to suddenly wake up? You put together a hasty survey on printables.com asking us line by line which of that competitor's features we care about so that you can scramble to come out with something that keeps you relevant. I'm sorry, but it's probably too little too late. And in light of everything I just mentioned before, it's really hard to feel sorry for you. Again, I'll say it. I love your company. I love what you stand for. I love the spirit of what you do, and I'm grateful for everything that you've done for this community. If I didn't, and if I weren't, I wouldn't even bother sharing this feedback, and I certainly wouldn't be as upset and disappointed. You don't see me making a fuss over Creality's products becoming obsolete, do you? But recent events have just made me realize how
Are Creality product becoming obsolete, in your opinion? Dusty Knuckle, yes. However, at the same time, you don't want a business model like Creality, who brought so many machines to the market that half were obsolete before they could be produced, and half of those that were produced were released, not supported, and no longer available. So just so they could eliminate their pre-release warehouse stock. Well, that depends, Dusty Knuckle. For them, this business model has worked very well. There is many companies that rely on releasing a bunch of product and not really caring about who used the product and just caring about which sells well, and then they remove the one that don't sell well, release more, and then do that cycle again and again. I mean, when you have money, that's not a huge issue. So that's a business model that sometimes works. Like filaments, we have been doing this for colors, for example. The thing is, people always use all the colors, so we haven't removed that many colors. But for example, we have removed translucent PLA. We have removed some product that you may not even heard of, the matte polylite PLA with a special thing that hasn't worked as much, etc. So we just release a bunch of stuff and then keep the one working, and EOL, the one we end of life, the one that are not working. So they do the same, but for printers. It's very dynamic, and I think the business model is a choice. I think it's working. Depending on the company, this business model can work, but for some other company, I agree that may not work as well. Creality is losing to Iligu in the bed slinger market and resin market. Okay, yeah, I like to see that you guys are debating with each other on this. I think it's a great topic. So yeah, let's continue.
long you've been coasting or shifting. You have just made me realize how long you've been coasting or shifting your focus away from people like me.
Yeah, so that's one of the downside of going to so many industries, is if you make a mistake in one industry, then the people are going to blame you for going to other industries and shifting your interest. So that's normal. It's like us. Let's say we go into resin, and then our filaments start to be a bit lower quality, etc. Then you are going to obviously blame that. Okay, so you guys started to, maybe you're going to say, we went greedy, and then we went to the resin business, and finally we have a bad resin and a bad filament. So that obviously goes to that way. So it was a risk for them. I do think overall they have been doing well, I think, in the different industries, but it's true that they may have reached a limit.
The consumer enthusiast market that made your company what it is, and instead chasing other markets that you seem to care more about. You've made me realize just how out of touch you are with your core market. And that, my friends, has made me many people like me resent you and your products. Ultimately, I'm rooting for
Internet's
you.
dying.
I sincerely
think.
hope.
About internet.
The video's frozen.
Okay, so let's wait a little bit that the internet come back. Pete Savas, the complacency is the way the rest of their laurels. The Excel should have been out years ago. That would have been the behavior of an innovator. Yeah. Speaking of filament, what do you recommend printing out if you have a ton of leftovers filament? What do you recommend
Truck.
printing?
Organizers. That's a
Oh
really
yeah,
good one.
that's a good idea.
So like a parch tray like this, something that you can do color swaps on, just like keep running your colors out. So organizers, or I really like base mode stuff. It doesn't use a lot of filament, but you can have some nice functional prints. Again, you could do color changes on.
NSO, so NSO, but filaments are like consumables. So it's not as much a problem to kill a line, but you would expect the printer to be supported for a longer period. Again, that depends on the strategy. I don't think Creality consider the Ender 3 as a printer that you're gonna use for 5-10 years. I think they do. I think they know that the Ender 3 would most likely run out of fuels after 2 to 3 years. I think the phone or the computers. I read a survey that people are changing phone or computers every 3 years. I don't remember if it's
Less than
phone
that.
or if it's computer,
Even
or maybe less than that.
smartphones are on, or at least they used to be on 2-year contracts. So in the US, every 2 years, you take your phone, bring it to the store, and get a new one, just continuously.
So depending on how you define consumables, but for me, something that lasts less than 3 years, it's still some type of consumable. I mean, you can have very fast cycle with this type of product. I think Prusa, they consider the Mark III as a printer you're gonna have for 5-10 years. So it's definitely not something you consider as consumable. I understand EOL, however, to release a product as Creality did never intending to produce or support it. It is unethical. Well, that's a different question, right? Business and ethic are very different, right? So it's then it depends on your judgment of what's ethic and what's not. But from a business perspective, I think the model Creality had is working. I mean, it has been proven, right, that it is working. Whether it's environmental friendly, whether it's ethical, whether it's going to last in time, whether you're going to have a community that supports you, etc., that's some different question. The reason for their two principal financial backers pulling out and being refused by the stock exchange, they are very lucky to have pulled through the last year. Yeah, maybe there is some limitation of such business model, maybe. Or they will go deeper into that. They need to release even more products to find out which one the market needs. Also, look at the direction that Prusa has expanded. They have not been vertical, they have been horizontal. Yes, expanding into adjacent areas of business instead of innovating. That's another indicator of a company on the decline. Is that an indicator on the decline? Maybe. I mean, we all know Elon Musk's big theory about vertical integration, right? And from his perspective, that's how you build a sustainable and successful company in time. Horizontal expansion. Let me see. Is there some example of horizontal expansion? Like good example? Let me think. Yeah, I don't have on top of my head some successful horizontal expansion, but I'm sure that they should be. I think it's too.
Well,
I don't have on top
in terms
of
of Prusa, it doesn't seem like they're just trying every single possible thing, right? They're focusing on very specific things, and then putting effort into those, if that makes sense. Like I don't feel like they're just trying to do everything to do anything. And I've only been in the industry for less than a year, but it seems, at least from an outside perspective, that what they're doing is pretty clear. they're trying to make a good reputation and quality products that last. Like that's their baseline, and that's what they want to stick with over having the most innovative, the most best performing, etc. of any product. Maybe they're filament, but
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to talk about focus, right? We cannot say they have been focusing on many things, right? Then it goes a little bit against the definition. But it's like, I think what they are trying to do is they are trying to, and in that sense, I would understand a little bit more why you are comparing it to Apple. But it's like, if Apple release a car, we will think, it's a high quality car, very well done, etc., right? And I think that's what Prusa is trying to use to enter other industry. They want to use their brand and their know-how. When I say know-how, it's not the skills in that industry in particular, but their way of making things in a good way has made them enter industries and being successful. Now, the question is, I don't know a lot of companies that has been successful, like I don't remember the name, but like Pete Savas said, doing a horizontal expansion and keeping up with that high quality branding and innovation is super hard. Or you need very good investors behind you, right? Like how do you say that? Investors with deep pocket behind you, which, if they hire the price and they do this, I might not think they have that. So it's dangerous. But again, it's hard to judge a strategy when you don't know much about the company, right? They definitely have their reason on how they on their strategy, right? It's just we don't know it, and it's hard to draw a picture of the strategy they're trying to do. He brought up the economies of scales with stem steel part, air extrusion, and other interesting points. Yeah, Vaciency. The bamboo is also it's like the Tesla, right? It has been built to be manufactured at scale from day one. Matt, the phone works for the 2 years when you buy it. Some people buy a Creality, has issues straight away. They eventually get it working after months, then support is gone. Yeah. 3DQ is there as well. We were talking about print farm being more and more important. Then here's 3DQ. Spoke with a designer with KitchenAid, and he said consumer product life cycle has dropped from 7 years to between 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. We're really a consumer society, right? We consume a lot. I think Ender 3 line iterates much faster than 1 to 2 periods. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I will skip through the rest. I see there is some discussion. If I miss any question, you can put it back. I think we are arriving towards the end of the video, so let's finish the video.
You are with your core care more about. You've made me realize just how out of touch you are with your core market. And that, my friends, has made me and many people like me resent you and your products. Ultimately, I'm rooting for you. I sincerely hope that all this will serve as an earth-shattering wake-up call for you. And I pray that you'll come out with the i3 MK4 for real this time, and the XL that you've been promising for over a year, and that those products will once again put you at the top of the consumer 3D printing industry. I'd love nothing more than to see you guys work hard and innovate again, rather than resting on your laurels and past accomplishments and your brand reputation, because I do believe that you can do it. But until then, I think it's time for you to start asking yourselves some hard questions. For example, do you really feel that the name Prusa and your company ethos are enough for consumers to...
Company what? Ethos?
The name Prusa and your company ethos.
What does ethos mean? The company.
What's the best definition for that? Like how they are community. I don't know the definition actually.
Oh, okay, got it.
are enough for consumers to continue spending
Spirit,
Oh,
like the
philosophy.
spirit of the company.
Okay. Got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
more money for an inferior product with a fraction of the performance and then have to build it themselves? And perhaps more importantly, where did you go wrong? And how can you ensure that it never happens again? As for me, I'll be eagerly waiting to hear what you come up with next, but I certainly won't be waiting around for you or your products anymore. There are better, much
It's a well done video. I mean, it has that feeling. It has that. I like. I don't say everything
Yeah.
is true, but the way he made the video is very well done. Very well done.
His production value has gone. It keeps going up and up. It's interesting to see.
much better printers out there for the same price or less, and other companies that are willing to listen to their customers and iterate quickly based on
We need to have a follow up on that on that topic.
our feedback instead of cracking jokes, delaying endlessly, or being opaque. But what do all of you watching at home think? Are you angry with Prusa Research, or are you going to stand by their side and hope for them to come out with something new? I'd love to hear in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content about 3D printing and 3D printers. Thanks for watching, and take care.
Really well done video. I really like it. A lot of make us think about a lot of things. Make us think. I just shared. Make sure to check him out on the next layers, Jonathan, if I remember well. And yeah, sounds like it's. Shall we go through some comments a little bit?
Yeah. One comment though first in YouTube chat,
Yeah.
Dave Robertson. He mentioned that Bamboo sent Next Layer free X1 Carbon on the condition he makes a series of videos. I don't know the specific conditions, but yes, after a video he made about some stuff, they did end up sending him one. But I believe he also had Prusias before, so he's had the personal experience of having a Prusia and buying one. So I feel like some of these points are valid, at least because of that.
Can we mention? Yeah, okay. But I think that's pretty common, right? Like influencer will receive some stuff, and there is some condition.
Yeah.
So I think that's common. I wouldn't say. I don't know if that was your meaning, but I wouldn't say he received a Bamboo or something, and the condition was to make that kind of video for Prusa or something like this. K2 Kevin, very dramatic. I like this guy no matter what's coming out of this. Yeah, I mean the production, is that how you call? I think it's super well done. I really like it. Whatever, even if I don't understand the language, I can see that it's like a little bit of a story, and then there's some background, a little bit nostalgic, and some drama, and so anyway, very well done. Okay, so let's read a little bit some reaction from the community. 247 printing. I'm not angry at all. I just use the best tools in order to get the job done in time. And these are X1C, V24. Okay, so some Voron and the V Core 3. Though I have kind of an emotional connection specifically to the Mark III because number one, it was a really big investment for me back then. Okay, so that's interesting. Number two, I had a great time building it together with my better half. And number three, I've always loved using it and interacting with it. And number four, it literally never let me down. So this is very, very interesting. Out of 4 points, 3 points are based on what's around the product, right? So it was a really big investment for me back then. So it's more about the value you put on that product. I had a great time building it together with my better half. Again, that's something that is around the product. I always loved using it and interacting with it. Maybe that's a little bit like the second one, but you see that, and even that was the last point. It never let me down. So there is, and we knew that, right? There is a lot of Prusa values around what they have done as a company. So this is very interesting. Time changes, and now it's just one of those printers from the past. Good, but slow and way too expensive for what it is. The uncomfortable truth. For all the employees at Prusa, I hope the Excel is worth the money and that it is a success. I'll see for myself soon. Pre-orders in November 2021. Okay, so that was one reaction. Another one. Well said. As someone who has owned a Prusa since Mark II and pre-ordered all their printers since then, this is how I feel. I canceled my Excel pre-order, sold my Mark III and Mini, and bought a X1C. I hope Prusas can recover, but I'm not waiting around. Okay, that's interesting. Tom Edge is saying, as a 3D printing newbie, I was asking the same question back in December. More than 350 hours of print time on my X1C with the AMS. I have to agree with your comments. Looking backward, the Mark III's was an obvious choice. Looking forward, the X1C changed the game. Your comments were well done. So out of the top one, we are clearly see the impact that Bambu has on the Prusa, the community view on Prusa. Jim has commented something. Nice work putting this into words that most of us are thinking. I think this is a call on all companies to be better, innovate, and make our space better. Okay, so overall, I mean, I won't go through all the comments, but overall, it seems that the community is, or at least his viewers, people that has watched, are more or less in the align with his thinking guidelines, I would say. So, but what do you guys think? Creatrix, welcome in. Creatrix has
Hey, Brett.
2 Prusa, I think. You have Prusa breed, right? So we're talking about how Bambu has impacted Prusa, more from a community view perspective, not really from a business perspective. Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, that's what I remember. And you just got the Mini. Yeah, I have both Prusa and Bambus. Yeah, so that was really interesting. And that was also a question I asked a couple of streams ago to Zombie, right? Which one was the best value out of them? And it's not an easy answer. I mean, he made a 10 minutes video and he only scratched the surface of all the different things that are happening. But and it's not only, I mean, we're talking about Prusa because I guess, I mean, I'm not following that much the Next Layers video, but maybe he had some close relationship with Prusa, so that's why he made that video for Prusa. But that's for everyone, right? That's for every single 3D printer company. And it makes me worry. It makes me a little bit stressed because what if you have a filament company that come up with a similar leap in the industry in terms of materials, right? They come up with a materials that is as easy to print as PLA and has a HDT or even a TG that is higher than 100 degree. And then they release that on the market. And they release that at $25 per kg. Then that's it's a big change. And then what should we do? How should we react? So first, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go through that hypothesis on how we should react, but hopefully we don't have to react to that one. But that makes us realize that, we are never safe. I mean, for consumers, it's a great thing, right? You guys can always suddenly receive a much better product, right? But from a business perspective, we are never safe of disruptive innovation that happens somewhere in the market. We're never safe. And that's why we need to keep investing in R&D. We need to keep being aware of the market. So maybe, I mean, for me, again, Bambu was very sudden, like very, very sudden. They disrupt you. I think that's a great definition of disrupting technology. Even though, okay, some people may say there's nothing new, right? But that's not true. There is a difference between a technology that was already out there and making a product. That's very two different things. Yeah, maybe linear advance existed, maybe input shaper existed before, maybe LiDAR existed before, etc. But making a product using different type of technology, putting them together, selling it affordable, having a nice supply chain, logistic, etc. That's a completely different story, right? Great. So that was the introduction of this review the review stream.
Did you ever set up the I am awesome?
Oh my god, I forgot. Completely forgot. Let me do that now. Sorry guys, I completely forgot. So let me put share.
Meantime, I'll show you something cool.
Sorry. Where is that? Here. What's cool?
I'll show you. And as I said in the beginning, we technically are doing review the reviewer, because we reviewed a reviewer.
Yeah.
I'm
Who is
adequate.
going to review this live stream?
I'll review it. Oh man, have you ever watched your own videos? I just can't.
Watch what? Oh, your own
Watch
video?
your own video.
No,
Just sit down and watch your own video. Like, ugh. It's really useful to do though, to learn what you don't like about what you're doing, but it's just hard to watch.
No, I you know I need to try. But somehow I think it's a common thing. But I don't like to hear myself, especially my horrible English accent. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like to hear myself speaking in a different language. Is strange.
Guess maybe not.
Thank you everyone for being awesome. Or super awesome for Tactile 3D. Yeah, Nestio, you also don't like to hear your own voice. Okay, so the next part of the stream, it's only be 2 hours. To be honest, I haven't seen these 2 hours, which means I really enjoyed the discussion we had on that videos. I think I really like business, like how to say, like business strategy, marketing strategy, this type of discussion. I love it. So if you guys like this type of discussion, then let me know. Maybe we can do a little bit more on how to launch a product, how to market product, how to do like this kind of business strategy. I don't know. I like it. I like it very much.
Yeah.
VasCNC, I think the perspective on Prusa is that they've been slow to innovate, and Bambu came along and took Voron and other open source projects and added economies of scales and DJI's tactics. Yeah, we could summarize it like this. Yeah. That's it's a very straightforward summary. K2, Bambu has done nothing new business-wise. Remember smartphones, Apple released the iPhone for far advanced to anything else. Microsoft made fun of it, and the fanboys like Prusa and the big fans of the company CEO of Microsoft, a smartphone without a keyboard. Yeah, I mean, to some extent, nobody is doing something new, right? I mean, to some extent, but I think it's always about, like, I don't know, making the right decision, I guess, like putting the right thing with, like connecting the right things. Or did you see his previous video on Bambu's marketing plan? No, from the next layer, I did not. Thank you, Nordic Skull. I also enjoyed very much today's discussion. Enjoyed very much. Yeah, Dave Robertson, maybe you can put that in awesome contents in our Discord. That's how I find videos that I usually watch on stream. Sometimes I go through the awesome content, and when I see a nice video, then I just keep it for the stream. And I saw that video on there.
You want a live review of one of your products?
I'm awesome in this show. Okay, so Zombie, nice 100% Polymaker printed Rook. Yeah, it is. I think it's PLA Pro, if I remember well.
Yeah, I'm printing PA6 on it. CF.
3 or 4 videos back, he called Bambu's evil plan, but that's sarcastic. Oh, okay. I will check. I didn't see that. I will check that. Whoa, we don't have very good reviews today. Okay, so I think we did that first one. We haven't contacted the customer yet. Okay, another one on Polytera PLA. 1-star review from Mr. Brown. Great bed adhesion, terrible print quality, saving $5 was not worth it. I was just printing out some containers that didn't have to be perfect. So I threw these spools on and started printing. I had a ton of issues, from inconsistencies and layer adhesion to problems with retraction, leaving gaps in walls and corners to the top layer skins, not printing all the way to the wall. I tried running through a series of calibration towers, tweaking settings as I went to try to improve the print quality, and I sliced the model again with the tune parameters. While this addressed some of the issues with the top layers, increasing the skin overlap more than anything for this, some of the other problems persisted and were even worse, incomplete walls. I then switched filament to one that I used before, different brand, and printing the exact same G-code file again. While it wasn't perfect, it still did better than this filament and was much more consistent. I've only used half a spool and I feel bad just throwing it away, but it prints so poorly that I couldn't figure out how to make it worth the time and effort to try to get it to print well enough, maybe for some fast junk prototypes some days. We have draft PLA for that, but yeah, so again, another bad experience with PolyTerra. It seems that the matte PLA is not as easy to find good profile as a regular PLA, I would assume, because we do have more. I mean, since we started doing this review, you notice that PolyTerra is the one that has the most amount of bad reviews, and it's always about it doesn't print well.
What's the best way to communicate to the user on how to print this stuff? Because the community has the recommendations. Like I have my own recommendations for specifically PolyTerra, and it's usually pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe some type of
what we usually do for this type of product, which is mainstream targeted, we just go back to R&D and find a product, because it's so hard to educate mainstream.
That's true.
You can do the best video on YouTube. You can put a QR code. You can fill the spool with the actual profile. It will still run with into issues. So we usually just make sure that the materials has a very wide range of printing temperature, this type of thing. But the PolyTerra PLA, if you remember well, is our first formula in that new branch of PLA. The PLA Plus is, let's say the little brother of this PolyTerra PLA. So, and we don't have that much bad experience or bad reviews with the PLA Plus. So, yeah, I guess that's the issue with a first iteration formula. There will it's a bit less mainstream oriented in a way that you need a bit more accurate setting. I know some people needs to print in hotter, for example. Some people needs to dry the print. It will help maybe with crystallization or even moisture if really we have some product that arrive moist. Can Polymaker have a reply underneath? We could, but I think we can. But I mean, yeah, let me think.
But you're right though. If the company says same thing for, let's say, the Ender 3, right? Creality isn't releasing a guide on how to print well with it. The community has taken it into their own hands to provide the right settings and the right upgrades. So should it be the company responsible for providing a good product, or relying on the community to give fixes and provide their own support?
And sometimes we're trying to do both, right? Design as good as we can products, and having a community that would take care of the rest when it's not good. So no, I cannot reply Tactile 3D. I can say it's helpful. I can report abuse, but I cannot.
You're using our products.
Wasting time. I tried a new PLA last week. The company included a postcard size note in the box with suggested setting. They were fairly off from my typical setting, but they work, and I think it's a decent idea. We went out on all the. If I don't know if there is some people that use Polymaker product for a long time enough to have known the PIS. which was out there. Yeah, let me know. Is there anyone in the chat that has been using Polymaker long enough so that you know what the PIS is in our product? You know that
The what?
the product info sheet, the huge
Oh.
booklet that was in the product. So
I think I had one of those at one point for the nylon, the PA12. That's the only, and then the TPU. I think I had those for both.
okay, so
Nice.
we used to have that, but from when we design our more sustainable packaging, we prefer to go digital. But you know what? There is a QR code on one of the product. I don't remember which one, but it's not working. It was not working and I think it's still not working if I remember well, because of the website update. And nobody, like literally nobody, has complained. I mean, maybe some has found out and not complained, but at least there would be one that would complain. That shows you how much people is actually scanning QR code on on
Yeah.
the spool. There is a culture of, oh, look, a new tech. I won't read instruction. I'll just figure out. Yeah, and to be honest, the people in the 3D printing community, we are all like this, right? Nobody is reading. We receive something. Okay, let me do it myself. Let me build it myself.
Yep. Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
we are makers. That's how we are. Vaciency, I think that's a fundamental issue when you are providing one variable in a complex equation. Failure is not dependent on the variable you provide, but often failure is attributed to it. Yeah, and also, I mean, we provide the main stuff. I mean, there's also a question on how you communicate the best setting, right? Because the best settings are depending on printers, and so you can only communicate ranges, or you open a Discord and you create a community. Which is what we did. I ordered a few rows of PA12 during Black Friday, and I still haven't received them. Any ideas when those will ship? I'm in the US. You're in the US? Simply Huffy, you can send me your order on Amazon or on the website. You can send me your order number on Discord. You can open a ticket. If it's in the US, should be fairly easy to solve. Maybe. Yeah, website, then just send me your order number on Discord. Maybe it was lost in the shipment, which
Is
sometimes
the PA612 in stock yet?
yeah, but
website.
only on Amazon. I haven't put it on the website because I don't have the information I would like to be on the website. I don't put it on the website because I don't want people to ask me a question that I don't know how to answer. So I'm waiting for R&D to give me some better data.
Gotcha.
Polymaker 3D. I would love if the sticker with the name on it was bigger, easier to see. Oh yeah, I think you're talking about that one, right? Because we talked about it last stream. You're talking about that sticker with the color name, right? You're not talking about that sticker, right? Yeah, if you're talking about this sticker, then yes. And I actually already talked with product team, so they're checking some option. Actually, if you have used our plastic spool, the sticker was here and the name was much bigger. I believe I had the PIS on all the original Polymaker product. I never really noticed when I stopped being when we stopped being included in the package. Yeah, we stopped up after we went to the Carbo spool. So tiny. Yeah, because I didn't think it was very useful. The batch number and the SKU is only useful when you reach out to customer service. But what I didn't realize, I didn't realize that the color would be that important, and the color name is only there because we made a color window so that people can see the color, and I wouldn't have expected that people also need the actual name. So that's the reason why we moved that. I recently used the temperature color changing filament. Oh, nice! It's pretty new filament. I will be writing a review, but I absolutely love it. It did, however, almost send me into a panic with how transparent it was while printing. Came out great though. Yeah, because you're printing way above 45 degrees, right? Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing your review. When you say review, is what? It's like a YouTube thing or just on Amazon here? If it's on Amazon, then most likely we'll read it in the next review. That sticker is so tiny, I didn't even notice it was there. Yeah, we had that discussion in the last. We'll try to improve that. Okay, so the next one is TPU. Finally, not a good review, but at least a review for TPU. Cardboard roll broke on day one. We're still tuning the print, but the cardboard roll fell apart the first day. Oh, really? Okay. Let me see if there is some picture. No picture. Okay. I'm wondering how he handled that spool. Have you ever taken a spool and like shake it a little bit around and the panel is unsticking? Like, because we did so many tests for the glue, because the polymer glue is developed by our R&D, right? And heat resistance, etc. So even if, to be honest, I mean, you don't have any spool to sacrifice, but even if you take a spool and you want to tear it apart, it should be very hard. Like you should really have some issue to take them apart. So
Yeah,
to have them breaking,
I have issues taking these apart because they're too strong. So this
Yeah.
one's like pretty much dead for me. Like,
so if you
that's a lot of force, and it breaks like this always every time. The actual cardboard delaminates. So this glue is permanent. This is not coming off. Well, okay, it comes off, but it's strong.
yeah, it should not, at least it should not come apart by itself. If you drop it,
Yeah.
maybe it will bend, or if you drop it very hard, then I don't know. Yeah, I mean, let's say, let me take. Can I sacrifice one spool? I only have very good spool here. Let me see. Okay, maybe this spool. Okay, so let's see if I can break it on purpose. So I think for me, I think it's either a quality issue, either he didn't handle it in the best way. But you see, so I throw that. So this is how it
What is
comes
this
out.
stream?
So I guess, so you have this part here that has been.
And most of the time, you can kind of just bend that back. If you have a regular spool like roller, it's not gonna be the best, but you can still bend it and use it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've dropped acrylic spools and they just shatter everywhere.
Yeah. Our polystyrene and our PC spools, they just shatter. But I can go many times, but let me see if I can. Oh, okay, I broke it.
Okay, we do not recommend. Polymaker does not recommend or encourage throwing around spools.
So okay, maybe at a certain point it's gonna break. So okay, now it's gone. Okay, so don't worry, it was the first iteration of Silver PLA Pro, which is not on the market anymore. But anyway, so it does break directly here.
Wait,
at
that's what this is. We just did the same spool.
Oh, great! Silver.
Yeah.
Silver is our testing.
It's actually been one of my favorites. I've done a lot of printing on it for the Rook, and it's so nice.
That's a 3 kg spool. But anyway, so that's how not strong our spools are. If you really want it to not be
Look,
strong,
it's cardboard.
it's cardboard.
It can only be so good. But in my little experience, the failure method has just been like a crinkly end. Like, these are thick. You could probably use these for something. It's a super thick disc, complete 100% infill, 100% infill, like the intro.
Yeah. Do you know what a slinky is? Yeah, I know. I actually, yesterday I watched the world record of the people doing the slinky thing. Yeah, I know what it is. That's why I did something like this. Almost like a slinky, but yeah, that hurt my eyes to see the filament like this because all the tangle I just created. But I'm not gonna use that to. I apologize for the waste I just created with all of this plastic. Now, can it be recycled as cosplay? No, it's a very different formula. I can recycle into another silver. You can send me that spool. Just make sure try it every color. Yeah, let me try to throw that one also. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so TPU breaking the cardboard, blah blah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible. Like it could be a spool that somehow have the glue or something like this, and then yeah, maybe
Well, if it is, what do you do?
we always
Yeah,
replace
there you go.
the so yeah, offer courtesy refund. So I don't do that here because that's my colleague that is going to go through them. But that's for us from February 5th, which is 3 days ago, right? And every week we just literally refund all the bad review. So
That's good though. I wonder how many companies actually go through this and check that. I mean, I don't leave
hope
bad
all of you,
reviews.
there's a tool on Amazon to do that. So I think most of the people, most of the company do that. It's very important to go through the reviews at many, whether it's to learn from the market, whether it's to understand your product better, whether it's to have some suggestion, whether it's to keep your customer service experience high. There's many pros of going through the reviews, and there's no many cons anyway. PLA Pro 5-star as always. I mean, this PLA Pro is unbeatable. I'm maybe a little bit biased, but this PLA Pro is unbeatable. Polymaker PLA Plus on the XYZ DaVinci. Oh, it still exists. The DaVinci 3-in-Y performed great. Purchase this Polymaker PLA Plus to use in one of my XYZ 3-in-1 printers to replace the original manufacturer PLA materials. So just so you know, the DaVinci, I think, is a closed system, if I remember well. This seems to work better than the original manufacturer filament. Of course, you have to have installed the OpenSmart tag in the printer to accept third-party filament. Yeah, so because it's a closed system. I changed no setting and compared the result, and the Polymaker PLA Plus was equal and better based on the manufacturer's filament with the cost less after shipping. Very pleased with the product. I have multiple XYZ DaVinci printers, and they are great for education. Our 3D printer group compares several printers, and the Polymaker materials works on each. That's a great review, and that shows you, I mean, the Polylite PLA Pro comes from a family of a long family of Polylite product, right? Polylite PLA, and then all the is that the Polymax, this one?
K2 needs more of this Polymax. Yeah.
So we have the Polylite PLA was the first one that there's all of these Silk version, Galaxy version. The Polylite PLA itself has went into multiple version, and this PLA Pro is kind of after so many versions. So we learned so much about that formula already, and this is kind of almost the summum of where we can bring that formula. So it can be printed on a lot of printers. It's very how do you say it? versatile materials, which means can be printed at different temperatures. You can change the effect, etc. So it's a very mature formula compared to Polyterra PLA. PLA Pro comes from a lot of iteration already, very mature.
Okay,
I
want to spark a debate. Chat, what color is this? Tell me.
On my screen is lime.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, at least on my screen. Like I can compare it to this one.
Yeah.
So on my screen,
yeah. What color is this? Is it lime?
Yeah, it's definitely lime. Or at least on my screen is lime. It's on my screen. If you put up your print, is exactly the same color as this one.
Though if you Google lime green, though, it's a darker shade. That's kind of what I was wondering.
Oh, okay. By definition,
that's a major tangent, but I was just thinking about that because this is actually a neon yellow.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's definitely lime green. You see? That's exactly the same.
Is it? Google neon yellow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. But more people use lime than neon yellow.
I know, I just found that kind of funny that I was actually thinking, wait, is this actually the color of a lime? Or like lime green?
Well, an actual lime I think is darker. An actual lime is darker. Well, I guess it depends how ripe it is.
All right. I was just kind of wondering about that because it's all the yellows. You gotta stop sending me yellow filament. I'll always complain about it.
Yeah, it's all about yellow.
Yep.
So
Anything with
sunset yellow,
yellow.
lemon yellow, neon yellow, all
Oh,
the
the
colors. are
lemon yellow. That is really nice. Like the color of that's good. I like it. Good job.
Show MW yellow.
Yellow.
PMS 3 is not another color debate. Yeah, we'll stop that debate. Simply happy. The next one for Polylight PLA. A review from SMSKMS. Polymaker seems to be setting the standard for quality. Oh, thank you so much. I'm pretty new to 3D, but everyone I talk to and everything I read leads me to trusting Polymaker, and my personal experience confirms it. Thank you so much. And that's because of you guys. That's because of people that has good experience with Polymaker and sharing it. Like sharing a print on Twitter, for example, that says, I printed that with Polymaker dual color, it works well. Or going on Discord and posting your experience. So that's what's bring people to, when they make their purchase decision, they say, oh, I've seen Polymaker here, Polymaker there, and then they choose to try Polymaker. And then we need to take over. We need our product to be good enough to continue that experience. And then if it's not, then customer service needs to take over. So we have multiple layers that brings people to choose, or to
The next
there
layer?
are multiple layers.
Or the
Come
first
again?
layer? The first layer or the next layer?
The top layer. No, so the
Top layer.
first layer, for me, the first layer is definitely. Oh, first. Okay. I thought it was like a serious question.
A serious question.
Is there any? I got 2 emails from him this week. From me? Really? Oh, the coupon. Yeah, because it was supposed to be 1 email, but I had an issue. It was supposed to be a coupon code that includes the shipping, but for some reason, it doesn't include the shipping. Like even if it's $5 shipping, then it's still going to be $5 shipping after the coupon. So now I have to create 2 coupons, one to clear the $35 and one to clear the free shipping. So yeah, that's why you guys receive 2 emails. But for the rest, it will be only in 1 email. It's just because I send all the coupon first. You can print the E3D string heart with Polymaker.
Oh, I should try that
Oh,
nylon.
string heart. Yeah.
Oh, I should do
Hair,
that.
hair, high. I don't understand Paisleys. People really need to get
Oh,
over
hi,
the
Mark.
name of Mark.
Anyway. It's
People
a
really
neat
need
quote.
to get over the name of the color. Unless it is established alphanumeric scale, it will always be a dynamic interpretation of the color. Yeah, that's we all know that, but we just enjoy debating about colors. That's why.
I did not
That's
do
why
it. I did not.
we enjoy that, Dusty. But yeah, and actually, I have a good news. We are working with Noah iRib on Discord on an amazing tool for the website, like super amazing. So I don't want to announce it because I don't want to have the Galaxy issue, but we're working on a nice tool.
There you go.
Okay,
Some of
next
his work.
is what? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I said some of his work. He made the spinning emote. I still
Oh,
supposed
yeah,
to send
yeah,
him
yeah.
something. I don't know what, but another side topic. You have a ton of nice emotes. What are you doing with them? You're supposed to become an affiliate and then have them as like a channel redemption.
Yeah, it's on my task list.
It's on your task list. All right.
I
We
mean,
want those emotes.
is that really like the only thing I
Eh.
can see of being affiliate is using stickers, right? Or emojis.
It's for you. It's probably just the emotes. Like that's about it. But then you have to
Yeah,
be subbed to use them. You could distribute them to like the community, having different people host them. That's an option.
Yeah, I want to make sure that our partner sponsorship and communication is smooth, because what I intend to do with money we will get from the stream is I intend to, like I said before, I intend to double that with Polymaker and together finding projects. And then we found, I don't know, printers for schools. We found, I don't know, some stuff around. So, but the communication right now has been very challenging for me to keep up with all of the project, etc. So I'm smoothing everything out, and then we'll do that because, yeah.
Yeah, your teams.
Almost got me.
Always at the teams.
Mine, or I think I closed mine. No, was it mine? I choose Polymaker mostly.
I tune it out. Probably not a good thing. Like, oh, teams. Ooh,
yeah, Polymaker is on Microsoft ecosystem. In case of you didn't know, I choose Polymaker mostly because of Nick and the way the company is supporting the community. Thank you so much, Das CNC. And again, this will go as far as the product is good, right? By CNC. Our goal is still the same. We want to make sure the product fulfill your needs for application. I don't know, CNC, what you use 3D printing for, but our goal is that in our portfolio, we have at least one filament that is perfect for the application you use it for. Okay, next one is Silk. I'm very happy when I see a good review for Silk because it doesn't have jam-free technology, and still a lot of people has jamming issue with Silk. So it's good, great product, print great. So thank you so much, James Hillsman, for the great review on the Silk. By the way, our Silk is becoming one of the top Silk. So thank you so much, people, for bringing that Silk, I mean, talking about the Silk and sharing about our Silk.
Absolutely phenomenally. Phenomenally.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
If you have a printer with good cooling, but yeah, like
beautiful.
It's good stuff. No, I've experienced very occasional stuff, usually my fault, but it's good.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, so the Silk itself was working okay, and then we started releasing more colors. Like we have, I think, 19 or 20, 21 Silk colors, and it was working better. But since we released the dual Silk, now the whole Silk is going crazy. So thank you so much, people, for supporting that, and that allows us to invest even more on the Silk. I mean, yeah, that's the Fire car, for example, but we can come up with more.
Yeah.
The more dual colors, we can come up with more colors for the Silk. We can come up with different, I don't know, silkiness, I guess, or we can come up with 3 kg Silk, or we can invest more, basically, because it is working. I have been loving the dual Silk, yes. And you guys has impressed me, by the way, on the dual. I was not a big fan before of the dual because of the fact that, you know, sometimes it doesn't print perfect one.
I think we lost Nick, but yeah, a lot of Silks, they'll change which color it is on a single wall. With the Polymaker stuff, it's the same thing throughout the whole print. And it's even kind of hard to force it to change, to be honest, because it has to kind of flip really, really quickly.
Yeah, and it's so great to do the stream with Zombie because he knows how to finish my sentences. So, yeah, that's what I was about to say. So I was very impressed with how people were able to have that flawless transition on the dual Silk. So we are not the first one doing that, like the perfect winding and the oval, but
yeah,
I'm very happy that that it's working for us. Fixem Dude, welcome in. I have 3 spools of dual Silk and haven't had a chance to print them yet. When you do, let us know. Let us share what you will print with them. I've seen already a lot of amazing print with the dual Silk, so I'm 99% confident you will love the prints you're going to make with the dual Silk. Damon, I'd love to see a blue-red Silk like Motherhacker Blue Raspberry. The red gold prints so much better than theirs and for way cheaper. The cost effectiveness is something we wanted to keep, and blue-red, that could be a good idea. That's like a sharp, like a high contrast filament. I'm more into the more subtle, like Beluga or Silver Blue.
I like the high contrast stuff. It looks
and
good.
Some people are more in the high contrast team. So blue-red, and again, Damon, please put that idea in our Discord. We have a new idea list, and as I said, the silk is working well. So we will basically go through the list, and release whatever colors people are suggesting, because it's working well. As long as it's working well, then we'll just release what's
Yeah,
what colors people like.
like colors like this. This is TH3D's tricolor, which is
Mm.
even cooler effect. But
Oh, nice! It's like a rainbow, but
yeah,
on the horizontal direction.
it's cool when you look at it from the top. It's like a little rainbow. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, like fun stuff that really doesn't make any sense. It makes models kind of just pop. So
Yeah,
I can see that
agreed.
a direction shifting towards. I mean, I've said that all along, but towards fancy filaments out of the box without having to do anything.
By the way, I got my 3 kg PETG spool we were talking about in the previous stream. Oh, great! Did you receive the cardboard already? 3 kg? Because I'm looking for more feedback about our 3 kg cardboard, because we are designing now our 5 kg cardboard, but it's very hard to have a reliable 5 kg cardboard.
I haven't really used mine much. I don't know how to extrude it. It's so heavy. You need a really good like filament stand.
Yeah. Sparta 3D is the only place I know of to get hot pink ABS. Kalashnikov, let me see. Depending on what is a hot pink ABS, let's see what we have on our ABS. Do
Like
we have
the magenta, like the deep magenta.
Do we have magenta? We don't have magenta, right? Sorry, it's sold out because I'm the VPN. So this is that hot enough? This pink, or not hot enough?
Yeah, that's like honestly,
gold?
I think the magenta is more of a hot pink, like what you
We don't have
call like this I would call more of a hot pink, kind of like this color, but
okay,
you guys sometimes call it magenta. Yeah.
Okay, this is a hot pink, bubblegum pink. Yeah, the magenta and the hot pink are very close to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pink, the ABS pink is this. Yeah.
Yeah. See the difference? It's more of a subtle pink. But different purposes. Some people want different colors.
Is there any plan to get a fluorescent filament? I would love to see them react with black light. I don't know, CMYK. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Polymaker pinks is not hot pink. Okay, so this pink is not hot pink. So okay, so maybe you're talking about magenta, right? Or at least what we define it as magenta on the website. It's hot, but could be hotter. Maybe magenta. Okay. I haven't tried magenta. We don't have ABS magenta. Do we have ASM magenta?
No, you need to.
No, we have. But talking about hot color, just stay tuned. We're gonna have some hot color popping out.
Yeah, they're really gonna pop.
Yeah, they're gonna pop a lot. Hot pink is more intense. I have a question. What are some print application for polycast? There's only one application for polycast, is metal casting. Whether you're asking what metal
what you're using for metal casting, yeah. Can you metal cast? Can you cast aluminum printer parts? Has anyone done that?
You could, but doesn't make sense, right? You need, if you want to cast like a complex hot end, aluminum hot end, then
no, I mean like like a mount for like this piece right here or something, like a idler stack mount. I don't know. Be interesting. Where you want rigidity?
Yeah. So from what we from our customers, we have a lot of yeah, I don't even know how it's called, but it's like some brackets parts for construction. What else we have? Yeah, I can picture the parts, but pump. That was a big thing, like a pump case that was also fully casted. Yeah, some people use for jewelry, but I don't think it's the best way. I think resin cast is better than polycast for jewelry. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I can share. I take that as a maybe. Blah, blah, blah. PETG yellow is not yellow. Yeah, don't get us started on the yellow stuff. What color is pop a lot? I want it. Blah, blah. You can cast almost anything. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's yeah. You
Can
can
you show off the Silk Chrome syndicated chaos wants to see it.
Yeah, Seal Chrome. So it's about, so Polycast is about so it's good for large parts. So this is where it makes sense to use Polycast instead of resin for fast prototyping, because it would be very, very expensive to do that on the resin printer, rather than Polycast is super cost effective. Yeah, so that's the Chrome. We will be testing the Polycast later this year. Okay, Bob is literally using all the products that nobody's using. Like only the industrials are using. That's what Bob is using. Okay, so okay, another review for Polytera, but on the other side of the spectrum. Best filament I've used so far from Tyler. I've probably used around 7 to 8 different brands over the last few months. This is one of the best so far. Never have clogs, never have adhesion issue. The only issue I've ever had was one of my roll was crossed somewhere in the middle and cut up and ruined one of my print that was about 15 hours in. Oh, usually these type of people are pretty frustrating and they don't leave a 5-star review. When you ruin a print because of a tangle, 15-hour sprints, then you're very, very frustrated.
So something on tangles that I kind of theorized. When you're starting off a new spool, do I even have one? Yeah, I do. So I think this is one of the main causes of the random filament tangles that are probably not done from the factory, is when you're starting a spool, your filament comes like this, so it comes kind of crimped on the side, and you have to remove it. And this process usually makes it brittle, so people are gonna just remove it, and then it's gonna snap. And I have a feeling that when it snaps and releases, it kind of falls and you grab it. Is there a chance that when you do that, it tangles right at the beginning, but then you don't notice until a lot of the way through?
Yeah. That's why last time I advise people, because a lot of people, when they receive the spool, they start here and they remove.
That's
here.
what I do.
The point is, like we explained last time, these are fragile points. And then if you start here and you have that part here that is that snaps, then you will release the tip inside the filament, and then there is a chance that it will get tangled. So that's why last time I highly suggested, when you receive a spool, you start by taking here. Okay, you take here and then you pull the filament. Even if it breaks, you still have the tip of the filament. So
is it worth putting branding, like where it like at the top, put careful, fragile, make sure to unspool it and whatever, like just maybe some type of branding right on that? Someone might see that and be a little more careful, because it's just, you could do that with text, right? Some type of caution, like caution, careful when you take that off.
Yeah.
Because I had that happen, actually. I took it off. The end was brittle, like it typically is, and then it just tangled.
Yeah, that could be a good idea. We are very careful with information we put on the spool, because we are using the same fools for all the different materials. So putting something on the spool impact all the different materials. But yeah, we could think about that. We could think about this if that tangled thing continued to be it was always a big issue.
Well, if you put like a caution logo or something, like a whoa, I need to read that.
Been there. Yeah, I think a lot of people has been there. Thank you. I will think of something I can try Polycast with now, knowing better what it is used for. Yeah, and you can type Polycast on Google or YouTube. There's already some case studies that we have shared. Okay, blah blah. Could have been a fluke. I know. Do you know the lock picking lawyer? Do you know that?
Yes.
The guy. That's how I know fluke. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen here. That's how I know the word fluke. I don't know if you still
really?
watch his, but he's always like, I do something and then now I repeat my process to make sure it was not a fluke, and then
Yep. That's a good terminology for it.
but anyway, that's how I learned that English word, the fluke. But it wasn't a deal breaker because every other rolls and print has been flawless. We'll continue to buy. Okay, so again, you see how interesting it is. Like, this is a review from Tyler, and we just had 2 worse review about the Polytera PLA, about not sticking, blah blah blah, and then now you have a super good review. And I do believe we're pretty consistent in our production, so I do think is highly related to the combination between the filament and the printer, whether it match or it doesn't match, or the setting are good or not good. How do I get the Etsy store 5% discount? Consent to find how to enable this and your website other than the header that stays there is Discord. You can contact us, and with the your Etsy store link and your email address, your account website email address, and then we'll automatically open your account for that 5%.
I'm the wrong.
And actually, this 5% is for any business, whether you're doing it on Shopify, on Etsy, or a brick and mortar store, which I don't think a lot of people use, but yeah. So yeah, I also love the lockpicking lawyer. Like, he has been doing exactly the same video for 5 years, and he's still working well, and we still love it. Same tone, same vocabulary, same joke every April Fool's, same everything, and it's still working well. PLA Pro 5-star, of course, and then another PLA Pro 5-star. You see that guy? That PLA Pro is a winner. I think is a winner.
It is.
Not because I'm from Polymaker, but that's the review, right? I'm not biased. That's the review. Love this brand so far, and the good thing is that it brings our brand up, right? Because people don't consider a product. If a product is good, the company is bad. If the product is bad, the company is bad. But the good thing is sometimes if the product is good, then the company is good, whatever other product we make. So review from Camd. Love this brand so far. I'm a beginner and I wanted to try good quality filament to start, and I was not disappointed with this. It wouldn't stick at first, but I'm an idiot and forgot to level my bed. Then after that, voila. I recommend this brand to anyone new or old. Nice. Thank you so much, Camd. And then another 5-star review for PLA Pro. Nice filament, perfect color. Yeah, of course, it's our Polymaker tier. From Jay Faust. I recently got into 3D printing, so I'm not an expert. Oh, that's interesting. Most of the review people are new to 3D printing. So we are growing our market, which is good. In order to convince my wife that my new toy was a good idea, I told her I was going to print her a makeup brush holder I found online and a Gridfinity bin system. Oh, along with a pencil holder for my daughter's desk. She wanted a turquoise color, and after seeing reviews of this filament, I grabbed a spoon. So again, you see how useful it is to leave reviews.
It's really a great color. It really is.
It helps people to make their decision. As a newbie, I'm not the best judge of all the intricacies of filaments, but I can tell you this much. The color is exactly what she wanted, and it has been very easy to print with. I did have run a little hotter than the Inland PLA Plus that I had been using, but the results were great ones. I got things dialed in with a few test prints. I ended up getting the best result around 205 degrees. I'm probably 60% of the way through the spools. I've had 0 issues with adhesion, jam, etc. So the PLA Pro has the jam-free technology, by the way. I will absolutely order more Polymaker when I need another spool. Thank you so much, Faust. Our PLA Pro is, I'm very proud of our PLA Pro. Another Polytera PLA, good review from Gabriel Gomez, works really well. This filament is nice. It's semi-pliable, so that's what I was saying about the Army Red at the beginning, right? The fact he was complaining the filament was brittle. I think there may have been some quality issue or something, because it's very pliable. the Polytera PLA,
Yeah.
and it's really smooth and small line. All right, thank you so much, Gabriel Gomez. Another 5-star for Polytera. Woo! And another 5-star here. Nice. Matte, good adhesion and color. Oh, sorry, it's not 5-star. I guess I was watching what I wanted to watch, but no, it's not 5-star. It's 4-star. But then, why did we lose a star? Where did it go? Good adhesion and color with a smiley. We even deserve a smiley. Where did that star go? What
It's
happened?
the lack of stickers. No stickers.
No sticker. Okay, remove a star. Okay.
Hmm.
I like the 49 Earths gave us our couch and several players. Sorry, I didn't get it.
Sports.
Freaking
Go
Unify-
sports.
Go sports. I love printing with Polymaker. I'm so glad I got to try it for the Christmas drive. Yeah, and this kind of project is really it's bringing more awareness as well. I mean, of course, we do that to support the cause as well, but part of it, the marketing part of it, allow us to do that, right? 4-star reviewing like that are frustrating. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people, they put 4-star and then it's like 4-star, awesome product, we'll buy again.
That's
So-
okay. 1 star.
Let us know what we can do to improve, and we'll get the and I shared that on Twitter, I think a couple of months ago. A guy was like, I think it was literally this, like, it's an awesome product, prints perfectly, blah, 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 and 4-star. And I posted on Twitter, like, for that guy, a 5-star would be a super magic filament coming from a unicorn, blah, blah, blah. I was just
Yeah.
joking about that. C. Belson is giving us another 5-star for Polytera PLA. Worked for a noob. Very forgiving materials. I got almost entirely successful print until I tried doing 2 material print. Then it was always a problem with the other materials. Yeah, maybe if you use 2 different PLA formula, they might not stick together as well. Oh my god, another 5-star for Polytera from
Wow.
Moody Blues. Excellent product. This filament is amazing. I love the look and feel of it, like almost a fabric feel. I like it so much. I ordered 2 more rolls. Thank you so much, Moody Blues.
Black.
Another 5-star review. Oh my god, that's a streak. 5-star streak. A 5 reviews streak of 5 stars. How amazing.
Uh-oh.
Looks like we have oh no, PLA Pro, no. Yeah, let's check it after.
Alright. Good time to end the stream. No.
Okay, we end the stream, no need to go further. Happy 3D printer with this filament. The name in do you see this name? It doesn't mean anything in English, I guess. Like monkey
No.
key. In French, I don't know if there is some French speaking people, but I cannot,
can Google it
unfortunately,
now.
cannot translate this in English. But if there is some French people, and then you can, it's funny. Anyway, review from Monkey Key. Happy 3D printer with this filament. I've only been 3D printing for a few months, but I have had no issues with this filament on my AnchorMake. Oh, we start to have AnchorMake F5 reviews. Interesting. Everything I have printed has come out great and no failures yet. I probably just jinxed it myself by typing that now. I'm still working on fine-tuning and learning to identify filament behavior, but this stuff has been terrific. I will be buying more after I finish with my other roll for sure. Amazing. Thank you, Monkey Key. Yeah, looks like some people understand also. Does Google Translate can catch that? I don't think it can. Let me see.
I couldn't figure it out. Well, don't Google
Yeah.
it.
Let me see if he can catch that. What? It could. Oh, you see. I cannot put that on stream. That's why I don't want to. I cannot. Yeah, it's a way for children to call certain part of the body. like there is this special
Okay.
ways for
Okay.
children, right? So that's why it's funny. Um, Another review, a 1-star review for PA Pro. So that happened sometime from April and Moist. Stuff keeps popping and cracking, prints like garbage. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we already contacted that person for the refund. Definitely, I guess a quality issue. Um, I mean, popping and cracking is definitely an issue. If either it's your heat block that is, or the thermostat that is not good, and then you're printing at 300 instead of 200, but that's very unlikely. Either it's really the materials that has that issue. So sorry for that. And oh my god, another 5-star review for Polyterra. Oh my god, Polyterra did so well this week. How amazing is that? I was wrong about this PLA. Misael Marquez. So apparently has left a bad review before, but changed. I will admit that I was skeptical of this PLA at first. My original use for this was to print a Halo Master Chief bust on my Ender 3. I will admit I was wrong to just this PLA. The Master Chief bust came out perfect, and the color was perfect to match the Chief armor color. Ever since then, I have printed many other things because the color is so awesome to look at. Really recommend this color. I will be buying more colors. Hopefully the quality will be the same. So he's talking about our Army Dark Green, which indeed I think is pretty close to the Halo helmet or the bust thing. So pretty nice. Thank you so much, Misael Marquez. So I think we are arriving. Okay, so a 5-star for Polylight PLA. Defective. Product is defective. Okay, so it looks like we already refunded that customer. So yeah, sorry. Maybe the lime green was not lime green and was more of a lemon yellow or neon yellow. That's why it was defective. How? Yeah, I don't know how defective it was, but is there anything about our cosplay? Let me see. I wish we have a review about our cosplay. Let me check. And then I think we are arriving at the end of the stream. But let me check if our cosplay, cosplay have its first review. Cosplay PLA. How can this one be the Amazon choice? Lightweight PLA when I look for cosplay PLA. Anyway, so where's my cosplay? Oh, here. Easy to send, filament, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's check. Oh, we have one review.
Oh
no, one rating. We have one rating.
That's the big version.
Yeah,
it's weird that they use that thumbnail, because I wouldn't click on that if I just saw a thumbnail of the big 3 kg spool. I was thinking
I
for
think
like
it's because
1 kg.
It's because these one are out of stock. I think that's why. So you only have one. You can order this one, but it will be delivered later. So we only have one rating, no reviews. Yeah, there's only one rating, which is a 5-star. So thank you for the rating, but no reviews. So if you guys have used cosplay and would like to leave a review, but we'll check next week also to see if there is any review. I like to see review of new filament, to see how
Dark
people
gray ASA.
Yeah, dark gray ASA. Oh, I still didn't put it on the website yet.
No, that's a big thing. That's an amazing color.
Yeah, sorry. I will put it on the website. Yeah, we just launched dark gray ASA. Actually, we launched a couple of them. I need to add them on the website. We launched a couple of colors. If you go on Amazon and you rank by new one, you are going to see all the products.
I do that occasionally because you release stuff like the dark blue, and I'm like, what is this? Or like the green blue. Like, what?
Yeah. The blue green.
Green blue.
What about draft PLA? Oh, yeah, good point. Let's go and see our draft PLA. Is there any review on that? Because the review from the community or on Discord has been pretty good. Let's see if Amazon agrees with that. So because it's more expensive, you have to keep in mind that it's more expensive on Amazon. You see, it's 118. So it may make less sense to buy this one on Amazon and leave a review. But Let's see if there is any. Yeah, it's going to be hard to check. Actually, I need to export them because it's mixed with all the Polyterra, and we have so many Polyterra
Click
review
by
that
filter. Filter by.
maybe grass.
No,
Oh,
click the
filter by?
filter. Yeah, filter by. Or no, sorry. All formats.
Star or format. No, I
There you
think we
go.
cannot filter by
All
project by
formats.
product.
All formats. The fourth one. I
Fourth
think
one,
that's what
you
it
said?
says, right? Yeah. And then do that one. There you go.
Show only reviews for colors. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? But why there is no other colors?
Because that's the one you have selected right now. So you can just filter
Oh.
by that.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, no reviews yet. So we don't know. How about our metallic PLA Pro? This should have good review, right? PLA Pro, and then I go to PLA Pro.
Is there a specific metallic section or is it bundled in?
No, it's I think it's mixed. So let's go to the metallic blue, for example, and then okay. So let me
Try
use
that.
my new skill. So I select first, then I see all review, and then all format. Oh no, because I selected black first. So how can
You have to
so
actually
I
click
need
it, I
to
think.
put-
You have it clicked.
so maybe I cannot click within it. So
You should be able to. I do it all the time.
I just did, but it didn't work. I think I need to click from here,
Okay.
and then now we should be good. So let's see our metallic. Let's see if there is any bad review about our metallic. All format, yeah, metallic blue. Oh, no review. Okay, yeah, let's see. Maybe it needs a little bit more time for new product.
Here's a quick review of the draft PLA. I actually used it to test a print because I was like, I don't want to just print this in, the final color. So I tested it in the draft to get the dimensions because that's all I really wanted, and then to try a couple of different styles. And it's pretty good stuff. It's actually like really really nice. I'm surprised. This stuff is
main use for draft PLA is prototyping. The main use, prototyping or not, I don't know, but the use is when you print a lot of the same filament, then and you don't need the particular high mechanical properties. So whether it's prototyping, many different iteration, or whether it's you
if
could
you're a
even
model designer and you're making models and you need to iterate and iterate, it's a nice, like, it prints very well. So
come out on PLA. I need to review the metallic blue because I love it so far. Yeah, please. Whether you love it or not, it's always interesting to leave reviews on on your experience with the filament, so that other people can have background to choose. I'd leave a review, but Amazon blocked me from leaving reviews and won't tell me why. Okay, I don't know. If you can build a Voron, get a kit, show all the defects too. Yeah. Okay, great. So I think we are reaching the end of the stream. I think I really love the stream, whether it was the 2 first hours of talking about the Prusa situation and the Bambu, how the Bambu has affected Prusa, and the second part of the reviews. Really enjoyed today's stream. I wanted to go through that warp thing here. I was so excited to go through that, but I guess I will leave it for Printbusters on Thursday. Yeah, this warping stuff. And by the way, I finished the training for our Discord bot. So if you have any question, you can put it on our forum on Discord, and you can add ANSI, or you can react with a question mark, and ANSI will answer. And I still need to set up the feedback so that I'm not the only one that received the feedback, but all our mods can receive feedback and we can modify the answers. But it's pretty useful. Cool. So yeah, I think is there anything to? Oh yeah, maybe one announcement for our Discord. We implemented something new. So if you go on the RC drone, you will realize that
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it looks slightly different, right? So what we did is we actually share the channel. So there is another drone. So this is another. It's another server, and it's about FPV drone. So this server is about drone, and they have one channel that is about 3D printing. Okay, and we are a 3D printing server, and we have one channel that is called about drone. So both channels are the same, right? Is about 3D printed RC drone, but it's just that the context is different. So these channels are actually shared now. So if someone is writing on the FPV drone 3D printing channel, it's going to be shown on our RC drone channel, and when we write, then vice versa. So we are communicating with each other. So you can see Dr. Quad here is talking from his server, from his 3D printing drone channel. We are writing from the Polymaker channel, and there might be some other that are writing from others. So it's like a combine channels. And I'm trying to combine the other one, like for example Nerf Blaster. I know there is a Vile mode. Let me check. I don't remember his logo. Maybe I'm not in his Discord.
Oh man, it's been a few.
Blah, 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 blah. Let me check. Yeah. Anyway, so there is some Discord that are about Nerf Blaster, and most likely they have a 3D printing channel inside, and there we could link these two channels. So that allows us to first, create more awareness about our server, and second, we can share much more knowledge. You see this RC car. Well, unfortunately, they shut me down, but I suggested them the RC car to combine this channel with our channel. They didn't want, but that's the idea, right? This is an RC car server, and they have a 3D printing channel, and we could have mixed it with our RC car channel in a 3D printing channel, and that creates much more content also. So anyway, does that make sense, Zombie? Did I explain properly?
That's what I assumed it was. I just didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, so it was an idea from Dr. Quad. He is
like the
managing
server.
Sorry?
Like where like the additional server came from?
Oh yeah, so it's Dr. Quad is managing this Superfly FPV server.
Gotcha.
And it's about FPV, and they have 3D printing, so that's why. So yeah, I thought it was a brilliant idea, and maybe there is some cosplay server, like big cosplay server, and they have a 3D printing channel inside, and maybe we could plug our channel to that, so we will receive a lot more knowledge about cosplay as well.
That's smart.
Hey, my tech man. Oh, that means we stream for a long time. Hello, just shortly
not too bad.
before I leave to Workspace. Good morning from Hungary. Good morning, and have a good day at the university. Lost Power again. Last saw from you was quality issue regarding pre-printed parts. So the ARCF is worth the build and works well with Clipper. I guess that's the question for Zombie.
What was the question?
Here, put it on screen.
Got Russ. I haven't built an ERCF, but if you get it tuned well, it should work fine. So it's only as good as you build it. Same thing with any printer. It's only as good as you build it. And if you get the right extruder, I'd probably recommend something like an Orbiter V2. I think that would work well.
Awesome. So I'm dropping. So whenever I'm back, I will do the giveaway.
I think you're fine.
I'm dropping. I'm good. Okay, so let's do the giveaway. Thank you again, everyone, for joining the live stream. We have 76 viewers, 66 entries. So I think there's 10 of you that can still enter. You can be awesome one more time just to make sure you enter properly. And then I'm gonna draw in 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, and just in time, and draw. So 2 of you just entered just in time. So congratulations to Canrog 87. Canrog 87, are you here? from Twitch. KarenRod87 from Twitch. Congratulations on winning Polymaker product. Look of her, blah, blah, blah. 3D. Oh, by the way, Zombie, I saw. Yeah, you're here. Congratulations, KarenRod. So Bang invite. Bang what? Bang contact. Bang contact in the chat. And reach out to me, and then I will send you a link to fill in, and then you'll be able, depending on where you are, the process are slightly different. But yeah, congratulations again on winning a Polymaker product. And Nick, I send you a Discord message. Okay, I will check. Out of
say
all
something?
the message. Huh? Hello. What?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
What? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I thought I heard my name. What were you saying?
Oh yeah. I was saying you said some stuff about the giveaway that was not very, very clear. So I just want to make sure
yeah.
it was it's clear. Okay. Good.
Yeah. It's
we
clear
are
to me.
in the middle of the process, but I think we are slowly smoothing things out and making things so much better. That will allow us to do even more. So
yeah.
Obviously, it's the beginning of the change, so there is.
It's the initial, like, I have my like routine when I do a giveaway, like, I say this specific stuff. Now I have to say, and additionally, if you live in the US or Canada, now you're gonna receive a coupon for credit for the store, etc.
Yeah, I think for this part I think it's okay. You can say it if you want. I think it's also okay if you just say a spool. I mean, it's like $35. I mean, you can get like pretty much.
I mean, personally, I think it's a huge benefit of getting a coupon to
the
store.
So it's your choice.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
You're
so
right.
the expectation is a bit different. Or someone might expect to get a spool, but it's really just a store credit. So.
You're right. Okay, great. So congratulations again, Kangaroo. And then let me check. Oh, I know. I think, is Loyo still on YouTube? Is there anyone that is watching? He made the YouTube red last time. I want to do the same. I like the new approach. Also helps draw traffic to the store. Yeah. There is obviously a lot of pros on our side, but I want you to make sure it's also good from your side. That's why I put the coupon very high.
Yeah, I don't think he's live anymore.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I really want you to do a YouTube. Let me check if there's anyone live on YouTube. I want to try.
It's late at night. That's the issue. Even like when I have to raid out, like there's not many 3D printing streams up.
Okay, so let me see if there's anyone on Twitch then.
Oh, Polymaker's live.
Polymaker's live. Interesting. Printed Vision. What are you doing, Printed Vision? Oh, you're streaming the print. Do you guys have some new makers? Or I know Disturb Medic is coming soon. I'm really looking forward to that. Is there any new night people? Thanks again. Thank you so much, Randall Bork. More filament for more working printers. Yeah, I have no ideas who to go to, and I'm going through all of these advertisements. So, how about we go and make a deck?
Yeah,
let's go to make a deck.
Yeah. But before we go, I wanna show this off. This is pretty cool. This is a PA6CF dragon done on the Rook, like open air. No bed, just nylon, carbon fiber nylon on a Rook. So if you have any, if you have any doubts about the material, there you go. Bowden.
And the Undertaker nozzle, I assume.
Yeah. Volcano.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks again, everyone. Kenneth saying you won't make this joke a second time. I won't fall into that joke a second time. Boys, thank you so much for listening. Good night, everyone. Good good morning for some of you. Oh, Disturb Medic is here. First stream to test thing out. Wait, are you streaming right now? Really? No. Are you? Let me check.
See,
Maybe we should go there.
if he's streaming, yeah, of course.
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah, awesome. I'm not followed, so
Oh, wait.
let me do a shout out.
Wait. Yeah. So we're coming, Magic. We're coming. So first stream for Disturb Medic. Finally, let's go. There you go. Is it working now?
Awesome.
Wait. Why your channel is intended for mature audiences? I have a warning.
Just,
Okay, so we'll go. You put the shout out, so now I cannot see the. I cannot see the. So we'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. So we'll go there soon. I don't know when because
wait, is it rating?
I think so. It's behind, but yeah, let's go.
Oh, you can do view all. There we go.
Oh, view all.
Click the down arrow and then do view all. So about
Ah,
halfway
yeah,
there.
Okay, got it. So, and for some reason I cannot raid now. I'm ready to raid in 6,
okay.
5, 4. Oh, okay, got it. So yeah, thank you again, everyone. And we're gonna go to Disturb Medic. His very first sprint. For the people on YouTube, you can come on Twitch and watch Disturb Medic as well. Otherwise, I wish you all a good night, and I will see you on Thursday for another Print Busters. And thanks again, Zombie.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.